Tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. I want to say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Oh, lordy. All right, so this is a long time coming. There is a lot of people, and I've said this before, maybe a little too nicely. This is going to rustle some jimmies. While I wait for people to get here, everyone check out @HeyDaveDon, @KingMavs4ever, Standoff Chart, King Mavs over on Twitter Kobe Collects, Only Player One over on the YouTube, BreakTax.eth domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Pudding Cheeks, Speed, Las Vegas, Taps, Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy, Bermuda, Soda Pop Media, The Gale, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. And then you got @WetWizardVeve and Gary O @1234CA3, all on Twitter. So, there's a lot of immaturity here. Maybe not here exactly, but in the hobby. Now again, sometimes there are minorities, and I don't mean like minorities like me, but I mean like a minority amount of people, subsection of people that are very loud, and sometimes can get things done. Sometimes they bring negative attention to the cause that they're trying to create or they're trying to go for. And that's a lot of new investors here. A lot of new investors that have been, I don't even want to say in the past couple months when they bought in January, although those guys are here too. I would want to say that people have been here for several months that have bought in golden moments in, I want to say November. Because you get them for, like, let me read, and I mentioned this in a video before. Foster Hilt had posted, I think it's about like a day ago already. It says, bought only one Elsa at 250, one Homer at 200, one R2 at 385, one Todd at 375. The list goes on. For anyone that joined the app and bought at the top, these are the opportunities you've been waiting for. I've seen this before, and I've learned my lesson. He has 11 Winnie the Poohs, at least as of like minimum half a day ago, if not a whole day ago. I saw somebody comment like paper hands. That's what it is. And I've said this before, if people really think that Veve themselves are not a good company, and if people that really think that Veve and Omi is going nowhere, and other companies like it are going to beat it, you should probably get out. I mean, you shouldn't, but if you do what you think is best. I say this because I have seen this so many times before. Whether it was Bitcoin or Tesla or Square, any truly innovative company that is, well, innovative and disruptive, this is what they go through, especially in tech. They go through delays. Like let's go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin back in the day, it's impossible to buy. You couldn't buy it. Ask Dan Lee. It was very hard for him to buy it. It was very hard for him to, realize it now that after he sold it. Like I've seen so many stories like that. Oh, so glad I sold Bitcoin at 500 or 900, tanked down to 500. Glad I got out of that. Okay, well, if you just waited a little while, see what happens. I get it. Not everyone that is here is young. Some people here might be 60 years old, and they don't want to wait a few years for things to go up. Not that it will take that long, but, maybe they're a little tired. A lot of other people, like, remember that episode or that line in The Two Towers where Gimli's on, "Oh, some have seen too many winters," and Legolas says, "Well, too few." And okay, well, some people that have maybe been here a little longer than they should have, and some other people that are 18, 19, 20 years old, and they might not understand that, oh hey, a few years is really not that long. And I don't mean that it'll be a few years from today before it moons. I mean that a few years since we had started, most of us last year. Again, yes, a lot of golden moments are down 75+% from their highs in January, but most of them are about 4 or 5x of where they were in November. So again, just zoom out a little bit. Again, this is a very, very small company that is 15 months old by this point. It is, so a lot of things were in a space today. Again, if you want to lock in your losses, you are free to do so. Again, look at the thumbnail of this where you had somebody lock in their losses. Oh God, I can't even find it right here. Where did it go? Sold their entire collection for a $47,000 loss. Who the fudge does that? Again, and I mentioned this in a video before, if you decide to sell for a $47,000 loss, that's on you. That is 100% on you, locking in those losses. Now, maybe this person in the comments said, oh, actually, JK, I sold it all and then I bought it back. It wouldn't even make sense. If you did that with OMI and you lock in those losses and then you buy back in, well, those losses go against your gains and then you can, offset that, and that's a way to kind of not pay as many taxes. I should have done that several times, but I didn't. If you want to go and say, like, hey, I don't like the way Veve's doing things, I think that they should be more transparent and X, Y, and Z, if you have an issue with them, okay. I understand 100%, they're not going to please everyone. Certain business practices that work for some people won't work for others. Again, they won't please everyone. But if you're buying good quality stuff like Disney Golden Moments, or if you're buying, secret rares of Marvel, no, I don't mean Elektra. That was hysterical. But if you're buying Disney Golden Moments, if you're buying like Aston Martin stuff, if you're buying stuff that people are going to want, whether it's associated with Veve or not, you're probably going to be okay. Let me lay a snare. Let me spin you a yarn here. If, let's say, Veve, which let's do some math here real quick. If, let's say, Veve, which has had $6 million go into it the last 2 days between the 19th and the 20th, or at least gross, that's what they had put into it, 6.4 million. If they somehow went bankrupt, if they somehow, again, with Elektra, this was probably one of the most hated collectibles that I've ever seen. Like, at least 10 times worse than Sue Storm. And I don't mean that, like, I personally hated it. It was like, oh, this is trash. No, I thought it was, what it was. It was whatever. Okay, does it look as good as some other Marvels? No. Does it look as good as the DC? Definitely not. But it's still sold out. And yes, there were people that you finally had the opportunity to stack up on stuff on the drop. People buying 6 and 7 of them all at once. Okay, you got it. People are still buying them. That is not hurting Veve. People saying this is trash and then them selling out, maybe not within a second, but maybe within several seconds or a minute. They are, again, that's not hurting Veve at all. So, when I go and say that if by some miracle of a chance, people don't buy any Golden Moments, they don't buy any Pixar drops, they don't buy any of these new things that they don't sell out of, and Veve decides, you know what, we are not selling out consistently, and we have this entire marketing budget that we've never used, we have this entire marketing agency that we've never used, and they say, you know what, we're going to pay you guys, and we're going to not fix this. We're going to keep these stores, keep the shelves filled, and we're going to take our marketing budget that we have, and we're not going to spend any. And they, for whatever reason, decide not to do that, and then they go bankrupt, then I guarantee you, will literally bet my soul that some other company, Facebook, Disney, and anything that has multiple billions of dollars in the war chest, will go, and they will buy Veve. Why do I know this? Because that's what I would freaking do. So there is 0% chance that these guys do not get bought out. 0% chance that these guys are filing for bankruptcy and no other company comes in and doesn't buy them. That is lunacy. People are stupid. People are dumb. Think about the average person, average moron you see on a daily basis. And then think that probably half of people are dumber than they are. And somebody that, let's say, and I'm not even going to say any single job, because I'm not beneath any single job. I've worked most jobs that pay not good money. But let's say you're doing something that really doesn't require a lot of brain power, but, you make a little money, and let's say they are frugal. Well, let's say they just happen to have some money. Okay, not everyone that has money is smart, or at least a little bit, but take a look at what the smart money's doing. Blockchain, HellOK. Take a look at even just go outside of the Veve and NFT community and take a look at what people that are smart enough to make billions of dollars go in and they're doing. Don't pay attention to so-and-so that has a, let's say, a job like I had. Let's say they are working in an animal hospital like I was. And let's say if their specialty is not in finance, again, people that work in animal hospitals are pretty good at doing animal hospital related things, like myself. Or that used to work at a tropical smoothie is pretty good at making smoothies, like myself, like I used to back in the day. Or somebody that, just used to mop the floors at Dunkin' Donuts when I was 19, because my friend Dean said if I did that, he would give me the leftover bagels because I was poor AF. Those people are usually not the type of people that you want to take financial advice from. People that you do want to is like someone that they worked for it. And I mean, like, actually they are intelligent enough to do that. Do you think Elon Musk is like freaking out and selling all his Bitcoin? Michael Saylor's selling all their Bitcoin? You think any of these people are selling any of the stuff that they have? I mean, maybe they did if they had really good TA and said, you know what, this is going to go down here. I'll sell up here and buy down here. Sure. Anyone that says Veve is trash, everyone says Veve is dead. Everyone says that they are not going to, that they're dying and they're getting out now. Let them get out now. Those are not the people you want to follow. I say this as someone that knows that, again, been investing in a lot of these companies, give money to a lot of these companies for several years. Again, you don't retire at 30 unless you are at least a little bit good at the thing you are doing. And the thing that I was doing happened to be finance, happened to be high-risk lending. I know companies. So, and again, don't take it from me. Take it for everyone else that is still accumulating. Let's go over a couple of lists, shall we? And I promise I'll get to things in a minute. Yep, got the loss, got that. So the guy named Harris Ryan, again, I don't know who he is. I just followed him back though, so if you're watching, I'm following him. I have invested around $2 million in Veve Official and Akomi. My OMI portfolio is down by 60% since I bought. Am I worried? No, I'm not. I believed in them and I bought them for long term, at least 2 to 5 years. And I would better give them more time to work on the project. Good things take time. It's better to remain silent than spreading FUD. Fun fact is you'll see the same people will start praising again after one more good announcement from Veve Official. But it's okay, it's nature of human. We are not perfect. God bless all. So when you see but Chavez, there was a whole Twitter space before, Veve is dying with 600 people. It was Cavell Anderson's. Yes. Cavell Anderson is very good at Twitter. He has 20,000 followers. He is very good at YouTube. He has like double the amount of subscribers that I do. I think, maybe. Why? Well, people thrive on controversy, and he's good at it, and he gets a lot of followers. But in his space, he said, yeah, the reason why I put Veve is dying is because that's what a lot of people are feeling, and he wanted to take those people that legitimately think Veve is dying and address some of their concerns and have other people speak on why Veve is not dying. He actually even changed the Twitter space to Veve is bullish, or bullish on Veve, or whatever. Frank Kozik decided to go in there and absolutely went ham on people. Maybe not necessarily Cavell, just people that actually thought Veve was dying, or just Cavell's idea, not Cavell. Him saying that, hey, you know what? The amount of people that are here right now, none of them understand really what Veve is going through, and you can't really. Even people like me that may or may not have somebody that communicates with them, or I communicate with someone that is close to them, doesn't know everything, or people like that have owned businesses before, because again, they do. And Frank, who has worked with them pretty intimately, kind of laid down the law, kind of laid down some, hype is not the right word, basically going on and saying, hey, these guys have to please, they're probably not going to care, and this is for Veve, but Veve is not going to care if, Mr. Paul or Miss Sally over there, whatever, they pull out their couple hundred gems. If they sell it, cool, let them do that. They don't care about that. They care about the people, again, the masses, but they really care about their licenses, their licensors. How to please, again, serving hundreds of different masters, many of which haven't even been announced yet. All while trying to grow the company, which they didn't think they would grow this quickly. Again, I've seen this before with Earth 2. There was so many videos calling Earth 2 a scam, calling Earth 2 whatever. Okay, well, none of those videos are out now. every single one of those people like, oh, you know what? Actually, Arya Investments and Real Randy Chavez are actually right. It's actually not a scam. Maybe it's not what they thought that it was going to be because they were all going off of like 12-month-old information. But yeah, everyone that thinks that does not know the subtle nuances that they have to kind of divide by, that they kind of have to go and navigate. And a lot of this is uncharted waters. Can anyone else tell me a NFT project that had a crypto tied into it that grew this much this quickly? I don't think there's anyone that's done this before. Also, I noticed we do have 137 people here, and we have about 29 likes. So what I'm going to do is give you all the opportunity, a free way to support the channel, and smash that like button with me. That would be super great. Thank you so much. That means the world. So yeah, let me get to comments. Let me go and let you guys ask anything because y'all deserve it. I'm here for however long. Oh, one more thing. This is gonna sound really stupid. A lot of people might, but I decided to do like a fast, like no eating. Only thing I'm drinking is water, for until I notice a good amount of people getting their heads out their butts. Why? Because back in the day, back in like the 2000s in comic book Civil War, when Captain America and Iron Man were going at it, Doctor Strange decided to go to the mountains, fast for 40 days. Am I gonna fast for 40 days? No. I might make it to 4, maybe. But until I see some people, again, really not being stupid anymore, that's what I'm gonna do. So nothing but water for the past 22 and a half hours. 9:30 last night was around the time I had the last food. So Poba G says, skid it. What's going on? Pastafon says, oof. Wes says, yeah, I don't be that guy who sold $47,000 loss. Literally can turn around any week. Yeah, that's the other thing. So again, I promise, honestly, I'm going to be here all night. So yeah, but again, if you don't believe in Veve, that's fine. Just believe in the NFTs, believe in Disney, believe in the other people that are not going to miss out on that opportunity. Say like, oh, these things are on the Ethereum blockchain. They can go on OpenSea. They can go on Immutable X. They could do X, Y, and Z. And they're not. You think they're not going to do that? Lunacy. People are very dumb. Leo Las Vegas says, people are getting crazy. Just stop, relax, and wait out the dip. I know. This is nuts. Ballin says, hola, Randy and company. What's up, Ballin? Pats fan says, I'm in for the long run, no matter what. No matter what. Good for you, mate. Same here. Jordan SS says, I sold mine at $47,000 gain. LOL, being early had its perks, and knowing when to sell. If you plan on holding for 2 to 5 years, then this shouldn't matter. Agreed. This should not matter in the slightest. Again, like, look at people like that one guy, and I know I only went through one of my pictures here, but take a look at that guy who I just said, Harris Ryan, down 60%. Me, something similar. OMI is down at the lowest it's been in a while. It's like 0.003, right? Let's take a look-see. And why I mention that is because, well, if that's the case, I've lost about $600-something thousand. Yeah, it's 0.0031. So we take 130 times 0.0031. $403,000. That's how much amount of OMI I have. I had well over $1 million before. Loss of over $600,000. Am I tripping? No. It's surprising that I do have to be kind of the one to be like, oh, guys, relax. Because a lot of people have, they lost on paper, couple hundred, couple $1,000s, maybe 5 figures. But most people aren't down that much. I think Harris M is actually, because he actually lost over $1 million. Again, on paper, he's not going to lock in those losses. Moving on after that. Oh, no, that was it. Okay, good. Moving on. Jordan S says, oh, just read that. DW says, why would anyone take a guy's advice who sold his investment at $47,000 loss and boasted about it seriously? I mean, also, misery loves company. I have noticed this with gamblers, particularly, saying that they almost brag about how much they lose. Oh, yeah, I lost $20,000 on that game. Lost about 50, and a lot of them are in sports. A lot of them are whatever. It's so weird. It's so strange that they do that. Also, I have it looks a little cloudy on my end here, so let me go and... It's not better. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Vivi Las Vegas says, yeah, I'll be chilling with you all in the Viviverse for years and years. Agreed. Watch Any Prices. Paper hands. Each sale burned owe me to our benefit. Oh, agreed. Again, that I mentioned how much that they had burned, or I'm sorry, how much money has gone into the app. I have not mentioned how much has been burned. We've had about 2 billion owe me between. Oh no, I'm sorry. About 2 billion owe me over the past week. If we go 8 days, it's about 3 billion, but over the past 7 days, we burned about 2 billion owe me. It's pretty nice to do that in 1 week. Jordan S says you can always buy back in when prices are half of what you sold it for, but it's scary. Oh, I also own OMI, but that's retirement. Same. Vivi Las Vegas says, we knew this would happen before MTL. Just got to get through this negative phase. Invest when others are fearful. Okay, so here's the other thing. There is inside the app, there's 122 million gems inside the app. Oh, what's that mean? That means that if MTL were to happen, like tomorrow, everybody gets it, and 90% of those gems wanted to come out, they come out. Like the prices that are pretty rock bottom now, the MTL's already priced in. It's not, oh, everyone gets MTL tomorrow, everybody sells. That is 0% chance of what's going to happen. People already sold for that. I mean, if there is, again, that many gems in the app that are unspent, a lot of these people that have sold that are probably getting out. They're probably not looking to buy in. I mean, some of them are. I'm going to say 10% of what's in there, let's say an extra 12 million. That's probably going to happen. But yeah, over 300 million has gone into this app over the last, since its inception. $300 million has gone into that app. And that's just what's gone in. Again, that's just their, what do you call it? That's not even close to their valuation. Their valuation would be in the billions. Moving on here. Oh God, I'm huge. Where am I? There we go. No! Why do I get that big? Okay. Watch Any Prices. Maybe there was a family emergency, otherwise the FOMO will be real. Agreed. Diego says, I have been tempted to sell my Secret Rare Spidey at floor right now as I bought it for $7,000 and I haven't taken profits off the table yet, and it may drop still. Everything else is. Then buy back in. Not sure though. I mean, yeah, it could go lower. It could go to 20,000. It could, Walt can go. Walt was like what, 18,000? I think somebody sold it for like 15,000 yesterday, but it got bought up in like a second. Yeah, it could happen. So there's somebody that I know that is selling 3 Walts for $27,000 total. 9,000 per Walt or 27,000. He offered it to me at 9,000. I, of course, obviously have to pay taxes. I cannot be spending $9,000 on that right now. But let's take a look at the brands. We'll go to the golden moments and see exactly what was Walt. There was people spending that in gems. They were spending like $50,000 again in gems. So it wasn't like actual cash. So you could at that time you could have got it for maybe 6 or 0.7. So probably 30,000, give or take. 18.5 now, pretty low. Moving on. Ballin says, I could use a VV hibernation though, not hitting deadlines, oversaturation on drops, and other constant FUD. I tell myself I'm a long-term holder, no harm in just going radio silent for a year. Again, if people need to do that because they're getting stressed out by the FUD, yeah, by all means, go and do that. Take a break, live your best life. For the most part, I kind of have to deal with it every day just because I cover it, just because trying to grow the hobby, trying to grow the channel, trying to get people to be like, hey, everything's all right, calm the storm. But if I wasn't, if I got in 2018, you'd be damn sure I would have taken profit by now, and I would have gone and said, oh, actually, guys, yeah, I'm just going to live my best life, which, again, for the most part, I am. Moving on. Pat's Fan 427 says, my bro keeps telling me every day the market is tanking. I told him I'm not in to sell in any time soon. Agreed. It's a good point. Vive Las Vegas says, just a couple big VV announcements could change everything back to pumping. Yeah, they could have... Now, again, their video next week could be hit or miss. It could be really good, get things back to pumping, or it could be really bad. Hey, more delays. Hey, X, Y, and Z. And we could get cut in half again. That'd be great for people who want to go and acquire. Because, again, like, a lot of the people in this are in their 30s. And a lot of people are pretty young. Like, late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, there's some people in their teens and early 20s, and there's some people in their 60s and above. But for the most part, Again, if you have to endure some short-term pain and see that red in the account, if you're not going to sell, it doesn't matter because you know where it's going. Pats fans, I didn't put anything in. I couldn't afford losing, so this doesn't worry me one bit. Good man. DW says, this is true. I feel it's worth waiting to see what announcements with the team may say in this video next week. Sandclaus says, how does one take loss in Veve? I guess they bought in January and just sold now. Obadiah Goldcheckle says, let's go, boys and gals. Obadiah says, sneaker bots taking a loss 90% of the time. Obadiah says, literally doing everyone a favor in secondary market lately. Just says, early Bitcoin posts all over again. Yeah, it's like that. People, oh my God, people are so... Like, if you believe in the tech and you believe in, how revolutionary, Bitcoin was going to... I don't know why people sold. Like, maybe if they had already, 5 or 6x their money or whatever, and you know what? Yeah, I made that. And maybe have another opportunity, and you didn't really know exactly how big this was going to get. $1 trillion market cap is, back in 2010 was unheard of. Back in 2010, it was $1 trillion market cap. You would have been committed, but obviously as things got going more and more, obviously what happened. I got a big super chat. I got to scroll from Cryptos with Taco. It says, thank you for your wisdom. You are awesome. Thank you for the donation, Cryptos with Taco. We love you. I love you on here. You are very. I like seeing you on here. And Mr. Planet Prophet, smash the thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Cryptos with Taco, you are my homie. You are my fire, the one. Okay, now where was I? Oh God, I'm so far behind. Justin says early Bitcoin posts all over again. Agreed. Jane says, who here is still bullish? I think most people here are probably still bullish. Obadiah says, oh snap, I'm even more bullish now than I was before. Same. If you have... We didn't have... And again, all these people that are talking about, they're diluting the market with golden moments. They're diluting with this and X, Y, and Z. It's you guys have zero idea how crazy people are. Disney people. I have a couple friends, or you guys have met them. Stephanie and Susan Celentano. The ones who are former Disney employees, Justin Pierce as well. A lot of them buying a lot of stuff, Disney, and it's not like they are. Yeah, they are having to be pick and choose which ones they like versus which ones they don't like. If they had the money, they would buy everything, at least everything Disney. Kind of the same with a lot of other Disney peeps. People that can afford to go to Disney multiple times a year will most likely be able to afford many of these things of what we have, and it's not just a couple families. It's not just a couple thousand families can go multiple times a year. It is thousands. And which is good because there are thousands of golden moments, so this makes sense. And even the ones that can't, to go multiple times a year, but to make sure they go once a year, sure, they'll be into this also. So, or the people that don't even go, that just or people that live down there and don't have to buy airfare, don't have to buy vacation, they could just drive there. A lot of people like that as well. Or some people that just see it as an investment. Dr. Prophet didn't buy 350 wallets just for his health. Bought a lot of them just because they're very, very, very good investment. Moving on here. Obadiah says, if you see this, smash that like button for Randy. Let's go. Wes says, I've never seen the Veve community this bearish. Yeah, it's almost, I think it's at an all-time high. Because there are more people that are bearish now than there were last year. Because last year we had this time last year we had 60,000 people. So, if the percentage could go down, let's say last year, 20% of people were bearish, which is 12,000 people. But now let's say 1%, or I'm sorry, 2% of people are bearish. Well, that is 40,000 people. If 2% of people are bearish, so the percentage goes less, but the people go higher. Again, most of that is just because of the fact that we are in a down market right now. And again, for multiple different reasons. One, you don't pump up, well, let's say, 20x. A lot of those golden moments went 20x. You don't do that and then not see a little bit of a retrace. So you had a little bit of a retrace. You have that in conjunction with a crypto winter, bear market in general, along with, the Fed raising interest rates, with uncertainty in Europe, with Russia and Ukraine. You don't have that. All of these things together are kind of, plus the delays, again, in tech, which not a lot of people have been invested in tech before, so they don't know. But yeah, this happens. All this is leading to everyone being bearish at once. which is good for a lot of people that are accumulating. DW says, just got an offer for $35,000 for my secret rare Spidey on DV. So tempted to sell. Do you think it's a good short-term idea? I'd be looking to buy back in, but not sure if the price will fall further or not. So, $35,000. Let's take a look here. Go to the brands. Let me go to the Marvel and let you know what I think. Okay, secret rare. I mean, wow. So the floor right now is $36,000. If it's $35,000, like for that, like if on the app, so out of the $35,000, you would net $32,000 of it, $32,025. And if you were to net that, then Spider-Man would have to drop another. Again, the floor is $36,000. So it would have to drop minimum another $4,000 for you to make a $25 profit. Pretty high risk. And again, these can turn on a dime. I think somebody in Ethereum Whale like 2 days ago bought $88 million worth of Shiba Inu. Now, I don't think that the person that spent $88 million on Shiba Inu, I don't think that's all they had. I'm pretty sure they were a billionaire, or at least 100 millionaire multiple times over. If anyone decides, oh, y'all got gems? Oh, look, yo, VVLG, yo, Kobe Collects, y'all got gems? All right, I'll give you like 1% of 1% of 1% of my money for a couple 100,000 gems and just buy the floors and just absolutely sweep this up. Go from 36, it could go 4,000 the other way in no time at all. One person can do that. Again, a lot of those people are here. Henry Pagliuca could do that if he wants. If I want to do that and sell my OMI, I could do that. Dr. Probably, again, there's so many people, again, Brock and Blockchain, half the people on my fridge, if they wanted to, could sell it and do that. Not including people that are like 100 millionaires, if not billionaires. Moving on. Dragon Cove says, hey, what's going on? So, DW, I mean, if you're the one that said you got it at 7,000 and you want to take profit, that's really up to you. The only reason why I would do that now is just so I could pay taxes, but that's really it. Moving on. Monarch NFT says, I'm going to be honest, these pumped 100x price profits were never stable for a platform that's not 100% established, etc. Now 1 to 5x are natural pumps, especially for same-day drops and listings. Yeah, agreed. You have something that is... Well, we've seen where this can go with less people, so we know where this is going to go eventually when we have more people. Moving on. Obadiah says, in my opinion, MTL is the driving force. People don't like the idea of being stuck on the app right now or selling at half rate. Yeah, that's the other thing. Also, it's going to get a bit better when you can no longer get gems. Again, most people can get a couple hundred gems at like 50% discount. The bigger gems at like 70, 80,000, whatever, obviously pay a higher rate. But yeah, that's going to go away. Nobody's going to be able to get cheap gems anymore once you have MTL. Because they're not. They're just going to, I mean, maybe it'll be like, oh, you have to pay 10% when you cash out. I'll give you, you only have to pay 8% to me, 8% discount. Maybe some people will still do that. Maybe. I mean, at that point, you'd probably just want to pay for the gems. But when you go on and you take that away from people, then a lot more people are putting actual money into the app, and then a lot more OMI is moved. It's a lot better for the app. It's a lot better for the OMI burn when people are putting that money in, as opposed to just buying the gems. Now, people have been buying tens of thousands of gems from other people, probably hundreds of thousands every single day, because again, it's a lot better than us being able to, okay, 350 gems, buy. 350 gems, buy. Conversely, we will also, when we get MTL, the ability to cash out, most likely we'll be able to get the ability to put in more than $350 or $600 at a time. That would be much easier, and people would be a lot more open to putting in $10, $20, for $50,000 at once, as opposed to taking all day for that. So, just my opinion there. Monarch says something that dropped for sub $60 and sells for $50 to 100x just 30 minutes after the drop was hella sus and unstable. I mean, it really depends what it is. Depends on the item. Ethical Realist says, at Domi online MMORPG play to what? Okay, no, I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna. I'm pretty sure that's spam. I'm gonna remove that. High on high says vault to 25.6k. It was at 28.9k yesterday. All time high was 75k, and I got emo and floored BP secret rare. Okay, you got a lot of stuff. Snapped out of my emotions 5 minutes later. Took them down. None of them sold. Good. Hashtag bear market. Yeah. If all time high was 75k and now it's down to about a third of that, losing 66%, you probably really don't want to sell for that low. Monarch NFT says, start paying up full sets and stuff you like or love and hold long term, period. Obadiah says, yeah, you're forgetting all the sneaker bots that have entered the app. It's changed the game and people are seeing that. Either use this time to build your MCP for cheap prices or not. Another good point. A. McGee says, what's up with the recent FUD? Is the bubble bursting? Well, I mean, I'd say the bubble burst back in January or February when, because a lot of us are down about 70-something%. So again, that is just kind of still trying to make that clearer. It's not clear. Just trying to make that argument, just trying to tell people that it is it is already burst. It's not like, oh, is it ready to burst? Whatever happened has already happened. Again, could these go lower? Sure. Could these... Sorry. I am going to make this clear, no matter what. Again, could these go lower? Yeah, absolutely. Everything can always get lower. But what is most likely going to happen? Most likely this goes up at some point. Now, I got another super chat coming in from Wes saying, where did Dan, Dave, and Al go? Been MIA. Well, they do have a video coming out early this week. Expect that by Tuesday or Wednesday. And then you'll be able to go and take a look at what they have to say. So, moving on here back to where I was. Where was I? So finally, I'm at the start of the video. I'm only 38 minutes behind. Monarch says, Obadiah, you right 100%. Willow Kid says, love you, Randy. Love you too, Willow Kid. Have a lot of love for my homies here. Marvelous Pack says, this is awesome. I'm getting my chance to buy so many collectibles I thought were out of reach, plus so many comics below retail. Yeah, a lot of these collectibles, again, if you want to stock up on Master Collector points, by all means, do it. But I really think if I had an extra, 100 grand, they'd be mostly Disney. Comics and Disney. Again, what are the best comics? MC1, it would be, Fantastic Four number 1, Fantastic Four number 5, Amazing Spider-Man, a lot of those that have real world value. And then I would do a lot of Disney. Because again, I don't think any other company on here, again, DC and Marvel, but Marvel's part of Disney. Look how good HRO is doing. Why? Just because they have, they have a great working product, but also they could have a great working product with anything, but the reason a lot of people are getting in is because it's DC, first time on the blockchain. You think that a lot of these first appearances on the blockchain for Disney is not going to do well long term? These people are cracked. It's ridiculous. Justin says a lot of paper hands. Agreed. Obadiah says, heck yeah, Marvelous Packs. Bill Gardner says, why would they lock in their losses? Again, some people are stupid. Some people get emotional and they do emotional things. Doing emotional things like this is, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. You see that fear, like, oh God, this could drop lower. Like, oh my, people do the exact, everyone knows what to do. Buy low, sell high. Most people do the opposite. Buy high, sell low. It's like, oh, I gotta sell. Like, it is lunacy. I don't understand humans. I do not. Am I not human anymore? I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. Obadiah says, I got 5 Winnies at the moment. It's third top grossing IP in the world. It is. Yeah, I don't understand why people sell it. Maybe if they had, they got a Winnie and they sold it because they really liked, let's say they're not in it for the money, but they liked Timon and Pumbaa, and they liked, Chippendale because they used to watch it with their brother, something like that. Well, then, yeah, you can, by all means, get it. That's kind of what I did. I like Timon and Pumbaa more than I like Winnie the Pooh. So I had Winnie the Pooh, I sold them, I got Timon and Pumbaa. I like them. Moving on. Marvelous Pack says, today I also hit the Electra on drop and was pleased to pay 50 gems. I knew it wouldn't I knew it would be below retail, but it felt also the chance of the secret rare was worth it. Agreed. I'll chat game in. Give me the Orange Bag Lady says, evening, good sir. Chillin' in the robe. Dig it. Oh, I'm so glad. She, Su, not. Thank you, Orange Bag Lady. Heart you, dude. Justin says, some people haven't learned their lesson yet, and they will learn through Veve. At the end of the day, this is a really good learning experience for a lot of people. Why? Because they will know. A lot of people that are selling right now between, let's say, the ages of 20 and 40, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that most of the people that are selling are between 20 and 40 or 40 and below, because I feel like older people are smart enough to know not to sell right now. A lot of these people are learning a very valuable lesson, and they will never make the same mistake again. They will never make it. So that is good for those people. Cloud Shack says, hey y'all, what's up, Cloud Shack? Marvelous Pack says, I just keep stacking comics and dollar cost averaging. It's good. That will pay off. Monarch MT says, it's not paper hands, it's all bots that crowd controlled pumps, and now they are putting up dump walls, bro. Okay, bro. People don't have to listen to that. People don't have to go and be fooled by bots, and they don't have to be fooled by these controlled pump and dumps. You can just use basic logic. Oh, hey, like this happened with Jake the dog before. A certain group had, it was at $50. Oh, it went to $200. Oh, we should buy now before it goes higher. That is lunacy. Why would you buy something that just 4x'd overnight? That is just absolute madness. That's insane. And those people deserve to lose that. Like, that's a lesson. Okay, go take that lesson and never do that again. Moving on. Monarch says it's not paper. Oh, just read that. Vive Las Vegas says, I'm not worried at all. I love Veve in this community. I see you all for years to come. Yes, we'll see everyone here. Orange Bag Lady says, was also in Vel's space there. Definitely ended on a high note. Everyone needs to try and think long term. You have to hold your water through the ups and downs. Agreed 100,000%, Orange Bag Lady. Oh, I'm so glad you're one of the voices of reason here. Obadiah Goldcheck says, smash that like button. Orange Bag says, or you will miss out when the company has years under their belt. Not my opinion, just obviously. Yes, of course. I don't see any other thing taking over. This is, again, HRO is a lot of people saying, oh, HRO is a Veve killer. How are they a Veve killer? They've been around for 2 minutes. Now, they are ahead of us in a couple of different ways as far as selling 1 for 3, selling certain different things, but they do not have near as much money as Veve has made. And they have a great license, and they're doing great things, but when DC has their comic books, I think the cards will still be good, but probably not going to be as good compared to the comic books. I do have another super chat, so let me get to that real quick. From Patrick Rodriguez saying, hey Randy, I don't sweat, but I have over 800,000 invested between Akomi and Veve. When do you think Veve will start utility, since they fudded the market with terrible delivery with the community? Also, what are your thoughts on the HRO app, DC? Oh, well, I kind of gave, I'll give some more on the HRO app in a sec. So, because it's a $50 super chat, I'll give you a really, really big, long explanation, which I know you might not want. You might do it short and sweet, but I think this deserves a good explanation. Again, in tech, you have a lot of delays. When Reese says, hey, we want full OMI utility rolled out in 12 months, in 4 quarters, you can think several different things. I'll go with the worst case scenario first. Always going to be delays. That means 2 years. 2 years for full OMI utility to roll out. Or you could dial it back a little bit. You could say, like, okay, well, you know what? Because, Reese has gotten slammed for this before, and because there was a lot of delays before where we were not on the Immutable X blockchain, we've come a long way. Yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe at around the 12-month mark, we go and we actually have full utility. Or you can take it another step further and say, oh, actually, yeah, Reese knows what he's doing. He used to give, like, timelines in which they should have been expected with no bugs, no delays, and then obviously with delays. So now what Reese is doing, he's like doubling it up, saying, yeah, I expect this to be delivered in 6 months. So I'm going to say 12 months, just to surprise people this time. In which case, if that's the case, it probably would be 12 months anyway. But let's say, listen, in the other way, or I'll get to that in a second, just because full utility is not rolled out for, let's say, another 12 months, doesn't mean that we won't get partial utility very soon. Partial utility meaning like, hey, we're going to give you guys the opportunity to stake. The first ones that are given the opportunity to stake will be able to buy land in the future. They'll be able to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, great. They'll be able to do that. And if you can do that, then you can go on and say, okay, well, that is utility for staking. And then you say, okay, if you staked at this tier, X amount of tier, you're able to go and bet OMI for raffles, raffle drops. And then, okay, great. Maybe that happens a few months later, and they only reward it to the first people that had staked OMI. And then they go on and say, okay, now not only can you bet for raffles in OMI where you could win a raffle, that means you're guaranteed to get that drop. Most people do not realize that when the queue comes out, most people that are like really quick on the trigger, they will not be able to go and get those drops again. Like getting drops once a quarter might be like, again, you can't get drops now unless it's like an Electra thing. That might not be too good in the future. Your chances are probably going to be very low of getting it. So if we take that and we say, okay, we're able to bet in OMI for a guaranteed chance at buying an NFT. And then we go on and then we say, oh, actually, you can also pay for the OMI and NFT. And then you could pay for land and NFT. So that doesn't mean that things could happen in stages. I don't think they're going to do, yeah, all right, now it's full OMI utility and nobody knows the way, everyone's running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Most likely what they do is in the next couple months, hey, staking. And then, oh, hey, you can do raffles. Let's say a couple months after that. A couple months after that, it's actual OMI to NFT. A couple months after that, it's OMI to land. I do think we will get that before the end of the year. But again, that is just my opinion. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I think this is really what's to be expected. Their delivery with this. Again, you have multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar companies like Tesla, Facebook, that have things that just, they get delayed. I mean, Disney, trying to make, Kingdom Hearts, that was delayed for years. Years. Also, what are your thoughts on the HRO app? So I do think it is very good. I had a whole podcast with Hello K about that. I mean, we talked about other things as well, but HRO was one of the main focuses. Definitely watch that. I think that is very, very, very good. I think they are doing something that, I don't want to say that it's never been done before. They're putting something on the blockchain. They're putting something, but they are kind of putting in the physical and the digital together. You buy these packs, you get the cards, a QR code or whatever it is, promo code, and then you see what cards you can get digitally, and then you could sell those on the blockchain. And they're already paired with Immutable X. I think they are doing very, 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 very well, and they will take market share. And I think that a lot of people will come into the space with this because they already have what Veve is currently trying to achieve and will get at some point. But again, they already have, you're able to sell on Immutable X. They already have, you can, bundle trades, not even just buying and selling, trades. And, they have a lot of people that are probably making a lot of money. So, and they have the benefit of starting in a very big bear market. Why do I say this? Because they have if you learn to drive in the winter, if you learn to drive in the snow, okay, well, come springtime, you're going to be a boss. If you, like Akomi, we were going good in the summer. Last summer, it was great. Everyone was making money. And then now it's winter, and suddenly people are not navigating as well as they were in the summer when there was no snow. HRO has a benefit of coming out in the winter, so everyone should be making money for quite some time. And, well, what's happening? They're going to do really well, maybe until next winter. So we'll see. And that was it. So I hope that was a good explanation. I don't think it is any threat to Veve. I think it'll bring a lot more people into the market, into the hobby, and those people will also find their way to Veve. Oh, hey, they're collecting this because it's the first things of DC on the blockchain of its kind. And they say, oh, there's DC digital collectibles. Oh, these DC digital collectibles look a lot better than the Marvel stuff on here. I'm going to just keep going with DC. You're going to have people that are just be like, I don't like the way Marvel looks. I'm going to just collect only DC. And once you go through that in your mind and you say, oh, most of this app is Disney and Marvel, so I'm going to corner what I think is better, and they try to corner DC or they try to corner whatever. This is very, very bullish. This is just going to grow the hobby and it's going to bring more people towards us. So that is my full breakdown on that. Now, where was I beforehand? Oh God, so many people. So I'll get there eventually. Marvelous Pack says I'm hooked for years. I also happen to know people that make these FUD posts up just for attention. I get that probably makes that. Yeah. A lot of people just want attention. It's almost kind of sad. Like what's it called? Like Munchausen syndrome, where you tell people that you're sick or like your mother's sick, your kid's sick, just for like the sympathy attention. It's so strange. It's so weird. Viva Las Vegas says selling for a loss doesn't make sense. Have faith and believe your research and investment. Agreed. So it says people just follow the narrative in the news and crypto. Yeah, that's another good thing. Like they'll read a headline and they'll just be like, "Oh, this headline, says this," and so that means things are bad. Meanwhile, again, a lot of people, not just Cavell, people in the real world and stuff, they'll put major news articles that will say, "Oh, something along the lines of bad news," but actually in the article, it's completely different. Because a lot of people, that's what they get paid to do. They get paid for clicks. They get paid for how much things that they sell, how much time is spent on the website. So it happens. Obadiah says truth. Vivi Las Vegas says you all get it, Vivi fam. We all get it. Obadiah says Electra got ratioed hard. Yeah, hardcore. Vivi Las Vegas says I hit 6 on the drop and completed the set for cheap. I'm holding easy. Good for you, mate. Ethical Realist says they aren't 1.5 years old. They were founded in 2018. I mean, the app is about 15 months old. But yes, they've been doing this for quite a while. Obadiah Goldcheck-Ostenovitz says there are a ton of bots and has been driving a lot of prices down. Those that know are taking advantage of that. Agreed 100%. Garrett says, who has 2 thumbs and copped a secret rare Loki? This guy. Oh, Garrett, would you pay for that? I'm so jealous. Let's take a look here. And let's go to Loki. Oh, God. I went too far. All right. There's a common, there's an ultra rare, there's a secret rare, and secret rare is at 1,400. Interesting. Wish I had more monies. Moving on. Congrats, Garrett. JJ says, I swear whales just make accounts to just go in FUD communities with mass posts. Even that guy with a $47,000 loss, he had literally joined the group that day, and that was his only ever post. Ooh, I actually wasn't even thinking of that. People that are making these FUD posts. I think I think there was somebody that had I want to say that, but yeah, there's probably bound to be those people. Hey, let me make FUD videos. Let me make this and that, just so that people sell, so that the prices go lower and they get in higher. Probably pretty smart to do. Yeah. Moving on. Marvelous Pack says, "LOL, poor Electra," and we all will look back at Electra as a marker from when things were really low. And some of those regrets people will have for disrespecting these first appearance NFTs. Yeah, and again, they could update these NFTs at any time. They could make things that are not, interactive. They could make them interactive, and they could go and they could update some of the features. They could update. There's so many funny things that you could do with these things that are animated. And again, I think people will be in a really bad way and will owe a lot of people a grave apology when some of these probably are meant for gaming. And that's why they look that way. So, again, that's just kind of theories that I'm working out. Vivi Las Vegas says, Loki gang. Loki gang. Justin Fisher says, can you explain to someone who doesn't know much about crypto how OMI will be integrated into Vivi? How you say interoperability, playing out Unmutable X. I mean, it makes sense to me that, well, even without OMI, again, a lot of these people are going to want their stuff on Immutable X or on OpenSea just because they're still going to, it's probably going to be written in the smart contracts that they can take a certain percentage of a sale. So if you go and you sell something for, I don't know, like $100, let's just say, and they get, 6% of that, let's say Disney, okay, it's $6. You sell them something for $10,000, it's a little bit better. It's $600. For $100,000, it's $6,000. Again, when Walt is this huge, they're making lots and lots of money every time it trades. So I think that they would want it to be done for OMI. They would want OMI utility because it doesn't matter if they're selling for cash or they're selling for OMI, then they're still making those percentages. They're still making those fees. But with OMI, if you decide to do that, again, most people would want that to happen because there's a lot of people like me that have 100 million OMI plus that would go and sweep the floor once we get OMI to NFT. And again, you can pay for things with OMI on Immutable X, just not any of our NFTs right now. Guarantee you that changes at some point though. So I mean, on the Veve app, you have a Veve wallet, or you have an Omi wallet on Veve, or a web wallet minimum, and at some point you'll be able to use that. And yeah, you can stake, you can buy stuff, you can do raffles, and you can buy land. Those are all the things that I think is going to happen. Shake and Bake says, should I buy Winnie or Woody? It's hard because a lot of people my age would have more of a relationship with Woody instead of Winnie, but Winnie is so well known. And again, anything Disney, that's a coin flip. But golden moments are so probably do the Winnie. Maybe Las Vegas says, don't FOMO or FUD. We are all above average here. Smash that like button. No, why thank you. Obadiah Gold Czechoslovakia says, bots are driving Winnie down right now. I'd watch it and pick it up for cheap price. It will go up later massively. Yeah, all of these things that are down right now, got that. There's going to be at some point where I don't know if any golden moment will be like under $1,000. They're going to be so crazy high. It's going to be ridiculous. Also, Dr. Prophet did say that at some point this year, he would collect half of one particular collectible and burn it. So I'd be pretty curious to see what that was. Fist of Yang says, hey, Randy, thanks for the escrow today. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Monarch NFT says, I'm just upset majority of Veve influencers didn't take this stance on the mad manipulation. FOMO was spread like wildfire. Shaking my head. I mean, the manipulation, that occurs in every single market. Every single market. With Omi, with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, with stocks. Again, this happens on a global scale. It is clear to me that this would be something that would happen in Veve, where it only takes a couple $100,000 to go and manipulate things. Maybe not even. Marvelous Pack says also Dirty Gems at 0.6 and below is allowing folk to justify selling below retail. That too. Monarch MC says they literally fed the fire. D Supreme says Harris Ryan runs a Veve escrow. Does he? Oh, all right. Maybe that's how I know him. Oh no, I don't really use escrows for anything. If anything, like I am the escrow. I am the one who knocks. No. So maybe that's how he makes some. I don't know. Again, I assume he put in the $2 million in before he ran that escrow. Just my opinion. Bill Gardner says, Randy, this is the time millionaires are made, and when there is a ton of FUD and markets are down, money is made in down markets by buying, not by buying in up markets. Agreed, 100,000%. I love that about life. I love that if you can tell what's going to happen. Again, there are going to be some things, some projects that won't survive. There will be some projects that never get off the ground. There'll be some crypto that will implode the same way. But if you take a look at who we're partnered with, what we have, what the team is doing, and how successful, very few other teams or other projects will have grossed $300 million just on the last 14 months of the start of the app. Especially when this time last year, the app was not very big at all, and the market was down. It was crazy. But as these things get fixed, you'll never hear about them again. Jack Long says, that's right. Hit that like. Bought a Walt yesterday. I'm bullish as heck. Long game, baby. Long game. Fist of Yang says, in the beginning, I invested with 500 and now I'm at 5K. Wow. And his vault value is lower than what I had when I invested at 500. I'm just going to keep collecting because this is fun. Agree. So it had 10x and now it's gone down just a little bit below that, what you were at when you first started. But again, if you keep collecting, again, this has shown you already where it's gone and where it will go in the future. So good for you for keep it on. Brina Kruger says, my portfolio is down by 52%. Sure, holding and not selling. That's for sure. I'm glad we got a lot of hodlers here. Monarch NFTs says, there's a lot of families and children on here. Time for everyone to step up and be more unbiased and truthful. Yeah, I mean, I like to speak in absolute truths. I like to speak in which, yeah, I think that's part of how I built my platform is by being 100% honest with everyone. Veve Las Vegas says, can we re-listen to that space? I'd love to hear Kozik. And yes, Monarch, breach. I guess you could. I don't know how, that was a really long space also. I don't know how long that was for. But I don't know if I could exactly pinpoint where Kozik, also Kozik, he do be cursing up a storm though. I don't think I can play that on here. Michael L says, that's why you don't put your money where you are not comfortable with losing, because when times get rough, you can easily make the wrong decision and go with emotions. I started a journal detailing my investment. Oh, good. Should publish that one day. Monarch NFT, Give me those hands. Obadiah Gold says, history repeating itself again. If you're here and you're still in, you're the winner. Yes, he's right. This can turn on a dime. And again, a lot of people, like I said, like, I love this game. Even now, like, being able to buy things, your portfolio might be down, but if you're buying things that are way on the dip, that are 75% off, again, nothing has fundamentally changed about these, but it's you're getting them at a big discount. So I love this game. Veve Las Vegas says, smart Michael journals are useful. Dave Nelson says, gotta stay believers. Ha ha ha. Veve Las Vegas says, Obi to the moon. David Rose's mom says, Loki Gator. Noah Walsh says, no. I don't know what you're knowing. Veve Las Vegas says, believers love it. Is that what we're going to call ourselves now? Believers. Bobby Green says, hello, Randy. The man. Did you buy anything on the marketplace this day? I bought a Timon and Pumbaa. In my defense, I did have a Winnie the Pooh, so I sold that, and then I got the Timon and Pumbaa, and that's pretty much it. For right now, at least. Whippets Run says, this is a shakeout. Happens to every coin. Don't sell. Come back in 2 years and see what happens. Right, next year and see what happens. It's going to be insane. BB Monster says, this is a problem with crypto in general. People see Doge or other poop coins and think it automatically means 100x returns. That is a very big problem in crypto. A lot of people, enough people, there are enough success stories out there where it shoots up, like you said, 100x, because it's a pump and dump, it's a rug pull, whatever it is. And, you hear a lot of the success stories, and you do hear some of the poorer stories. And then you get times like these where you were expecting it to pump really hugely, and it goes the other way, and you're like, oh no, what did I do? I over-leveraged myself. It happens. Hopefully they don't make that mistake again. Don Gwen says, damn, fasting Randy Cray. Yeah, I've been fasting for 23 and a half hours now. I will fast until I see more people that are more level-headed, and I don't see. Thank you guys for 100 likes. That means the world. So so a couple of reasons why to fast. Why? Because I think this is probably the right thing to do. If I could, put good energy out into the universe. Say, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to fast until I see more level-headedness in the market and on Twitter, and see people being nice to each other. Plus, I also need to lose weight. Plus, I also need to save money. So it's kind of going hand in hand here. Moving on. Michael L. says, thanks. Yeah, the journal helped me clear my thoughts and focus on the goal and not be distracted by the FUD. Agreed. Andrew DL says, MCP will save Veve, similar to how Collector's Score saved Top Shot last summer. That is the best way to get rid of the bots. That could be good. There's a lot that'll be really good for Veve. We got David Rosen's mom says, gotta love FUD busting hunger strike. Because I know this is not going to be forever. I know that this is going to be very short term, and then bam, suddenly Veve is everybody's raison d'etre again, and then you'll see it. Wes says no Taco Bell mukbangs for 4 days. No Taco Bell no Taco Bell hopefully for a while anyway, but yeah, hopefully no food for that long. Hopefully it's just nothing but water for the next couple days, and hopefully as long as I can. So we'll see. Dave Nelson says, thanks for the good vibes and being calm in this dip, bro. It's a big inspiration to a bunch of us who are way less invested than yourself. Yes. So that's why I also read the Guy Ryan thing from before, because, I only invested $500,000. He invested 4 times as much as I did, $2 million. And because he's down 60%, on paper, he's lost over $1 million. And again, he's not freaking out. So a lot of these people are doing pretty good. All these people that have money, they're not freaking out because they know what they invested in. Yeah, short-term pain, but if you're not going to sell for X amount of years, again, trust the team. Look at Jeremy Padover's tweet from before. For those of you that have not read it, but I'm sure you have, I did go over it in my video before. I should really stop saying that. I don't want to make this to be a whole go watch my video thing, because y'all watching here, so it's fine. His take on OMI that he tweeted 9 hours ago. Am I disappointed that there isn't a clear path to utility? Yes. And breaking that down, we see the end goal. I just laid out, and Reese has laid out what it's going to be, but there's no timeline for it. That's what he's saying. 2, am I concerned in changes proposed to reserve wallet and buybacks? Yeah, he is. And I think he's not concerned that there are no more buybacks. He's concerned that there are, Akomi kind of turns on a dime, which can be good and bad. Thinking that, if they can change this, what else can they change? But also, what else can they change on a dime? It's pretty impressive. But yes, he is concerned about that. And does he believe in their leadership? Yes. Has he sold a single OMI? No. Why hasn't he sold a single OMI? Believe in C number 3, because he believes in their leadership. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Joey Wheeler. Sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I'm former Army, so my head is staying up my R's just to mess with a former Air Force. Stay hungry. Cheers, mate. Cheers to you, brother. The Palace says meow meow. What's up, the Palace? I hope you're doing well. Bill Gardner says, Randy, you're fasting? Great for spirit, mind, and body. I try to do it once a year. Let me know how long you do it for, because I've gone almost a day and I feel okay. View Las Vegas says meow meow Palace. Roxanne Moralde says, hello, host. How are you, host? Have a nice day. Give me jacket, please. I'm not going to give you the jacket, so this is my robe. I got this at a wedding. Skamaze says, it might be lighting, but I don't know. Yeah, it might be the lighting also. Who knows? Superstar Money. Oh, everyone's giving me those stars. Oh, thank you, Sarah Ricci. Thank you, Superstar. Laura M. Dino Lang. Gabriel Flores. Laura M. Dino Lang again. Steven says Superstar Money. Sarah Ricci with the hearts. Oh, you guys are great. Did I get rated? I got rated. I got rated like 40 minutes ago, and I didn't even know. Dino Lang says star, eggs, and cats and alligators. What's up, Dino? How's it going? Sarah Ricci says, hey, Dino. Dino Lang says, for Randy, for Frodo, for Narnia, Wolverines. What's up, everyone? Laura, thank you. Thank you for all those gators. You guys are great. What's up, fam? Laura M says, just FYI, Randy, the cat is parology. The cat is parology? I'm not sure what that means. Gabriel Flores, how's it going? Mr. Planet Prophet says, I see Dino in the building. This chat is everything right now. This chat is great. Monarch NFT says, being calm will just water down your pain. Be wiser, folks. Realize the mad manipulation and influencers catering to it. Don't FOMO. Just buy sets you love and build up MCP. This is a collector's app. I mean, which influencers are catering to that? Let me know. I'm very, very interested in that. Stephen Tobin says, Joe Madura or new Golden Moment set? Anyway, new Golden Moment set. New Golden Moment set, 100%. And I have 2 Joey M. Batmans. Definitely new Golden Moment set. The Palace is giving me those palaces. Mr. Planet Prophet says, let's go, hodlers. Let's get this bread. Laura M. give me those castles. Laura M. with the stars. Mr. Planet Prophet says, I sell in 2030. Nice. Everyone's giving me those castles and the stuff. Cryptos with Taco, thank you so much for that $100 super chat. That means the world. It says, thank you for your wisdom. You are awesome. Thank you for being a good human and blessing me with your presence. And you have a dog burrito. You have a dog as your profile picture with a taco. It's great. Mr. Planet Prophet says, smash the thumbs up. Daniel Marquez, give me those thumbs up. Everyone's giving me the taco emojis now, which is great. Stephen Tobin says, Civil War in the comics is epic. Yes, I agree. I take a lot of things from it. The dialogue in that is so beautiful. The artwork is great. The storyline is super fantastic. And the lessons that you learn in it are also great, especially with Doctor Strange fasting. It's just, people are doing what they think is best. And I think this is what's best right now. Crypto B says, can't they just KYC the secondary market and NFT send option? No barrier for new users? Maybe. Maybe they might be able to do that. I'm sure they've thought about that, though. The Palace is Taco Gate. Malcolm Luther 8 says, I feel bad for anyone that joined in January and bought at the top. These are the people that are pissed and create the most fun. That too. Also, you have to understand here, like, the people that are getting in right now, that are joining right now, they don't know where we've been. They just kind of know, like, oh, hey, these are cool. I like these. Like, I remember in 2018 in Pokemon, buyer's market. I was talking to everyone. Everyone was talking to me. And new people, they were like, oh, cool. These prices are, whatever. Like, they'll buy what they like. Old people that have been in a while, they, after the recent pump of 2016, with Pokemon Go 2017, things went down. Things went down quite a bit. And it was a buyer's market for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And what happened? People like me, people that really got into it, they really got into it. And guess what? They after that happened, after they did that, they made a lot of money. And guess what happened to the people that sold during that time? They had to, if they were to buy back in, they had to buy back in at a loss because of what they sold at. They had a more expensive buy-in pace. But people don't know where we were. So people that are coming in now are just going to see the market as a market. They're like, oh no, it's a bear market, horrible time to buy, which again, it's the best time to buy. They're just going to come in and do it. But the same thing with people with, that come in at the highs. They don't know what they were. They don't know that these things of just like 4 or 8x, whatever. They just see that, oh, this is something that's cool. I like it. This is the cheapest I can get it at. Where's the cheaper option? And now the cheaper option is, this is the cheaper option. So moving on. Jared Salsa says, we're so close to the rebound. It's exciting. I can't wait for it. Dino Lang, give me those tacos. Amaratia says, what was Joe Madura at all-time high? Let me check just to make sure, because I'm not 100% sure I know, but I can check for you. Joey M. Batman was at like 2,100, I think. Oh my God, he's 575 now. That's nuts. Becky Cloonan was well over 3,000, over at under 1,000 now at 998. But yeah, Joey M was over 2,000. So yeah, again, lost 75% like most people. Brian Merrick says, bought $100 worth of Omi today with money I don't have. It's a sickness. Same. Planet Prop says, thumbs up, guys. Adriel P, give me those smiles. Dino Lang says, Randy is the Gator King, Gator Lord. Malcolm Luther 8 says, if I joined in January, I would have had the same sentiment about Veve. Would you? I mean, I feel like a lot of people on here are like, okay, well, I bought the top. Well, dollar cost average. Veve Monster says, Mr. Pags is another good example. Dude is probably worth 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, already, and I guarantee he isn't backing out of the project. No one is. Yeah, no one is. If anything, he's just collecting more. Jared Salsa giving me those dabs. Monarch NFT says, the second set of golden moments are still at 2 to 3x from just dropping a couple of days ago. So is this bearish? This is natural movement all day. Agreed. We're getting a lot of good stuff here. Mr. Planet Profit says, great name, Veve Monster. He's giving me those flexes. Monarch says, F them manipulated pumps, bro. I mean, these are, again, Disney moments are not going to sell at retail. That is impossible. Skamaze says, bought the ultra rare Dragon Girl for $16.99 gems today. Might go lower than that, but had my eyes on it for a while now. Just love that thing. Yeah, those have like 800 mints or something, right? 888. Not too many people that can get that. Skamaze says, gotta love the buying spree at a discount. A lot of people are having a field day. Field day. Pal says, Randy, the streaming OG. I'm trying my very best. I'm doing what I can. Roxanne saying hi to everyone. Kobe Collects says, hey everyone. What's up, Kobe Collects? Check your DMs, girl. Mr. Planet Prophet says, hey Kobe Collects. Dino Lang says, hey, dancing Kobe. Dribbling Kobe. Sorry, I thought that person was dancing. Vivi Shaman says, Kobe Collects, yo, what up? Michael Guzelian says, why do you honestly think Akomi hasn't delivered on basic Omi features? They've been radio silent and have completely neglected the crypto side of their project. So, I mean, does Reese coming out and talking on Akil Patterson stream last week, does that not count? If that doesn't count, then yeah, sure, they have been pretty silent outside of the articles that they had put out. But again, it's not too often that they do that. They don't do that every week. But I think that a lot, and again, this is just a theory, that, well, they have a crypto expert that is their whole main job is listings. Okay, why aren't they doing their job? Maybe the expert is not doing the listings right now because they think that you should have Omi utility before you get on exchanges. And why? Because, again, if we get on a Coinbase or Binance right now, and let's say we 3x, say we go to a penny, and then, we go back down to pretty much where we are now, that's going to be pretty demoralizing for the community. I think they are waiting for us to roll out at least some form of utility. Not full utility, but some form of it. And then they'll have something like that. Or maybe for other projects to announce. Again, Epico Regal has a announcement that their partnership with Akomi will be officially started on mid-April. And, well, what's going to happen then? Well, I think what happens then is that you have something along the lines of a use case for Omi. Now, nothing has been said that they're going to use Omi. I don't know that. It just, like, what other things can they do? Like, can they sell Epico Regal NFTs on Veve? Maybe. Maybe that's the partnership. Maybe it has nothing to do with Omi. But I think at some point it might. As again, the guy that owns that, Venkatesh, he owns quite a lot of Omi and owns quite a small percentage of Akomi. So that's why I think, just a theory. Omi Child says, Gilder Blueprint completes a set for only $35. Oh, the Blueprint Glider completes a set for $35. Nice. Randy, the Gator King again. Mr. Sherman says, we still have Jim Henson. That's another good thing. We have Pan's Labyrinth. We have, Capcom. We have Jim Henson. We have a lot of crazy things. Dino Cat says, cat parology. Meow. Mr. Planet Prophet says, love seeing Kobe Collects and Dino Lang every day, too. I love these guys also. They're the best. Mr. Planet Prophet says, best community ever. Dino says, thank you. Yes, we do have a very good time. We do. Sean Shakin said, sup, Omi fam? Sup, Randy? Hang in there, everyone. We're in a stage right now where the wealth is being transferred from the impatient to the patient. Hold strong and do not sell, especially at these prices. Agreed. These are probably the best things that you could do right now. With it, Todd's under $5,000. That, again, it has been 3x that. So this is going to go pretty well for some people. Sean Shakin said, sup, Omi fam? Sup, Randy? Hang on. Oh, I just read that. Dino said, tease. Justin Fisher says, can you explain to us how you see Omi being implemented in Veve? I think I've done that a couple of times in the last 40 minutes, so I'm going to hope that you saw one of those. Funky Cold says, crypto and NFTs are for the rich. Most, if not high 90% of all normies will sell during these exact dumps. The rich and the normies that are the risk takers, the rich and the normies that are risk takers prosper. We will. I'm sure of it. Michael Gozilian says, for influences online who have been optimistic, even in these times, what would have to happen for someone to call a spade and say they're incompetent at completing these features? So because I'm really not, I invest in tech, but I don't know how much work it actually goes into saying, okay, get these NFTs on Immutable. I imagine, again, just imagining, just kind of estimating here, that it takes approval from the licensors. It will take approval from Cartoon Network. It might take approval from Disney. Disney does not move or do anything unless their fleet of lawyers go and handle that. So, just my opinion. So I mean, completing the features of that, I think they're doing everything that they can do. Again, they've just hired a whole bunch of people. I think they kind of had to because the Ukraine office might be not working at 100%, understandably. Moving on here. Oh, also, Veve Collectibles followed me today. I thought that was really cool. They hadn't followed me yet, but they followed me. Thought that was pretty legit. Kobe Collect says, off-app gem deals should be going down 30 years from now if Veve is still open. People love avoiding taxes. 100,000 of gems for 80,000 of ETH sounds better than 90,000 of USDT that you have to pay 30% taxes on. That's a really good idea. That's a really good point. I'm actually going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to post that in my next video for tomorrow. I've made 2 videos today, and I didn't necessarily want to. But there was a lot that happened, so I felt that I had to. Oh, Jesus. I have so much stuff here. All right, moving on. Omi Child says, that Michael, it's coming. Be patient. Monarch MT says, yo, I'm tripping, or are there hella bots in here? Maybe? I don't know. Kobe Collect says, just my thoughts. Haha. Could be wrong. Very busy. So tonight, going back to lurking, but love you guys. Lurk mode reactivated. Thank you, Kobe. I heart you. Wes says, $1.99 super chat says, where did Dave and Dan go? Been MIA. I mean, they've been around. I mean, even that whole thing with that quick response from David was actually tweeted by somebody. He didn't really give an explanation for that, but I did. Somebody said, hey, are we going to, something along the lines of airdrops. David, you said yes. So expect more airdrops in the future. Like, they're not done with airdrops. Kobe Collects is also 3 weeks versus instant sale. Good point. Sid Famalo says, thoughts on Secret Rare Electra? Better Secret Rare than Secret Rare Loki because of being thirst trap. I mean, Loki is definitely outpricing her, and there's a lot less of him. I would say Secret Loki is a lot more better done. More better? A lot is a lot. It's done more sophisticatedly. It looks better. The Palace says AMA this week should be good. So it is not an AMA. It is just a pre-recorded video that they will put out. I am here for it. I can't wait. I'm going to make sure. I might be in Atlantic City. Might be playing poker. Why? Because I need to make some monies to pay those taxes. Mr. Planner Problem says, at Kobe Collects, great perspective, as usual. Jinjin says, I like this straight talking Randy. Thank you, Jinjin. Thank you so much. I try to be as real as possible. So Miles says, I am betting Secret Rare Spidey is going to drop to 15K. No MTL till later this year, so 6 months of falling, unless celeb announcement. Can I bet you? Can I bet you that it won't happen? Justin says, hecka cracked. Palace says, cracked at Fortnite. I am Yoda. Las Vegas says AMA. Oh, I wish there was one. We have our Janal says, got a secret rare on Electra drop today and sold it for Timon and Pumbaa. You think it was a good decision? Yes, 100%. Great decision. Diamond Inc. says, hi, Randy. What do you think of Weapon Rack Common? It's at $16. Bigger loss than Electra at this moment. Wow. I mean, I like Matt Gondek, and I like that he is partnered with Coinbase, so his NFTs will probably be on Coinbase NFT. But I don't know, like it's cool, and if I if I wasn't in super save mode right now, I'd probably get it. But yeah, if you want to get it, by all means. Rudy G says, Randy, yo, what's up, homie? Thank you for being here on Sunday. Of course, 100%. Always be here. I will be here minimum streaming every single day. I mean, I don't think I've taken a day off in a while, but I'll be here minimum for the next month, streaming every day, just because I have to. But yeah, moving on. Patrick Rodriguez says, thank you for the super chat, $50. Says, hey, Randy, I don't sweat, but I have over 800,000 invested between Nakomi and Veve. When do you think Veve will start? Utility, since they flooded the market with terrible delivery with the community, I think the utility does start in a couple months. Because again, they would want to have some utility before they go on these major exchanges. Part of the reason I think that Reese said, yeah, give us 4 quarters to get 4 exchanges. I think that he's saying that, one exchange per quarter, and the small ones would be first. That gives them a chance to roll out as much utility before the bigger ones come. Also, what are your thoughts on HRO app? I think they're great. I think they're really good for the space. I think people can make a lot of money with them. They're hot right now. They're coming in a bear market, so they're at like the best starting place they could be. I don't have any, but I think they're very good for the space. The Palace says #win. Rudy G says, too much FUD going on Facebook groups. Had to delete some of them. Yeah, a lot of FUD. Daniel Marquez commenting. Justin says the HRO FOMO is funny. Palace says, indeed, Justin. West's bots are destroying Veve at the moment. I mean, I don't think they are. I mean, if the bots want to sell for a discount or they want to go and sell for lower than what they should be, then I don't see it. Again, bots are not. Veve and Comey's making money. So, no, just my opinion. Studio says communication needs to be better with Veve overpromising and under-delivering. Agreed. Jake says, I saw that HRO DC NFTs were on Ethereum blockchain before Veve's. Now Todd is not the first DC Batman, still the first Veve NFT though. I mean, he was the first one minted on a blockchain, but I guess because he was minted on Go chain before the Ethereum blockchain. He was still the first on a blockchain, actually the first to be on 2 blockchains, but I do understand what you're saying. So A Studios, to go back on your comment there, how many people would actually get it if they say, oh, hey, we have X, Y, and Z to do, and it should take this long, and this, I think it would be, let's play it out. Let's say they go and they do that, and a few weeks into it, they say, oh, hey, we have this delay. It's going to take us an extra couple weeks. Okay, and they tell us, and we have this delay, for reason X, Y, Z, and it delays another couple weeks. If they were to do that, they would be updating us like every other day. Like every week there'd be updates, and a lot of people would be like, okay, guys, what are you doing? Like, all I'm hearing is bad news from you. Delay. So I think it's good that what they're doing right now. Should they give us specifics on the major stuff? Probably say, hey, because of this, because of X, Y, and Z. Now, maybe they don't want to put everyone into panic mode. Because again, if they were to say right now, yeah, by the way, we're going to roll out MTL, won't fully be implemented until another year, probably. Oh my God, everyone would be out. Well, no, that's a lie. A lot of people that are panicking because they're going to lose a couple $100, they might panic and sell their gems for crazy discounts, which again is really stupid. I don't know why they do that. But if they were to go and say that right now, hey, we actually don't expect this for a year, that would probably not be good. But if they say, oh, we're going to start it slowly, and they do start it slowly, and they have, that's much better than saying we don't plan to have this fully rolled out for a year. Now, when are they going to fully roll it out? I don't know. It'll be in a few months, probably, but we shall see. Patrick Aries, thanks, bud. No problem, no problem. Real Talk says Pokemon is Veve's Jesus. That would be, yeah. Yeah, when Pokemon is announced, which actually, I have a... Ooh, my body. Moving on here. I have a bet with Dr. Profit on May 4th. He thinks that we'll have Pokemon announced by May 4th. I think we'll have announced after May 4th. So we shall see. It's coming up. It do be coming up, though. Moving on. Michael L. says there are 50 listings for Disney Partners statue, selling from 18K up to 40K. A lot. I mean, if there's 50 listings, then that's actually not a lot. Because, you know, that's only like, that's less than 2% of the listing. That's actually about 1% of the available copies. And I say available copies because, well, it wouldn't be 43, Chavez? It would be if Dr. Profit didn't have 350 of them. So I think that, yeah, there's less than 1%, or there's about 1% of them on there. So I don't think that's a lot of listings at all. I think that's actually really good. Michael L. says, more people holding than selling. Agreed. Oh, maybe you said, no, there are 50 listings for partner statues. 18 to 40K. Oh, all right. Sorry, that a lot more people holding than selling. Okay, agreed with you. I misread that there. William Kiefer says, going to look like Christian Bale in The Machinist from fasting through the stupidness, LOL. Good luck. Just keep the protein intake up. Well, if I'm fasting. I'm not eating anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. JP Trees says, OUP closest to the bottom of the market is smart. Cheaper OMI plus more staked. Then when people freak out when prices start going up, people will pull from the staking and the Akomi can make that extra 10%. Yeah, so that's something good. Like I don't even think I have enough OMI in the app to stake at the highest level. Take a look, see. Barely. Like, if this drops any further, I will not have enough OMI in the app to stake. So if let's say you need like 18-ish million now to stake, right? Well, what happens when OMI goes from a third of a penny to 1 penny, and suddenly people aren't staking $50,000 worth of OMI. Suddenly, they're staking $150,000 worth of OMI. Pretty good. And if people want to take that out, well, they're going to take that out, and Vive's going to get that 10%. So it's pretty good. Pretty good idea. That'd be fantastic if they did that. Bin says, just joined the stream. Man, it's a rough day out there in Veve land. What's the path to a better market for both collectibles and OMI? It's really just time. I mean, yeah, MTL will help. Yeah, you know, once they get that implemented, a lot of people that can cash out, and a lot of people that are not going in because they can't cash out will go in. Again, a lot of people that are going to cash out, they've already sold their stuff, and they're just waiting for it. You know, 122 million gems in the app are just sitting there, and nothing's being bought. So that should mean that they are waiting to cash out. You know, it's not like as soon as MTL happens, everyone's going to sell all their stuff. A lot of people have already sold. You got Dan Shawbell, what's going on? Saying, agree. Maybe you see them as competitors, but they're only growing the space, and we need the entire space to grow. Each competitor is an entry point for them to get into NFTs and find Veve. Agreed 100,000%, pretty much what I just said. I'll follow this up with another example. Another example being Pokemon. Almost nobody comes in the Pokemon space wanting to collect trophy cards. They go in collecting what they liked. And then after they complete their goals and they collect what they like, they move on. They go on and say, "Oh, actually, you know what? I really want something better. I want something else," and they grow from there. And some people stay within the WotC, some people stay within first edition. They complete binder sets, whatever. But also, some people just go in and their money goes to trophy cards, like I did. Made a lot of money. It's good times. Tree says Winnie the Pooh or Woody will be worth more. Probably Winnie the Pooh. Probably. Wally says Omi bag is packed and just bought the Winnie Golden Moment. Had to do it. OGs have been through this rodeo before. Agreed 100,000% there. A real talk. Saying rumor has it the competitors are creating the FUD and creating sell walls. Any opinion? Probably not. Again, in order to create sell walls, competitors would first have to go and buy all those stuff, giving those fees to Veve, and then creating the sell walls, giving those fees to Veve. Competitors would not do that. AW says, just got a 1924 first appearance of Pooh, called Teddy Bear then, for $215. Interesting. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Dan Traubel coming back here and saying, people have no idea how important Winnie is. $5 billion is spent on Winnie merchandise each year. Partly why I said Winnie over Woody. Sinful Mawal says, Winnie the Pooh is underrated. Pooh is a higher grossing than Star Wars, according to Wiki. Pooh's also been around for 100 years. Star Wars about half the time. But yes, agreed. JP Trees says, at Dan Shawbell, the market share will grow anyways, and especially when there's cross-platform trading, etc. Yeah, the platform will grow anyway, but you do want other successful projects in. That just gives more validity to the space. A studio says, I paid 200 gems for a Winnie low min. Is crazy. That is crazy. That's bananas. I'm jelly. Wap Mamas says, should I sell my Steve Woz edition Apple computer for Omi? About $800 to $1,000. I mean, if you're not going to use it anymore, sure. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's probably fine. A studio says, why don't the whales just start to buy the floor? I think they are. I think a lot of these are being accumulated by these guys, or they have enough already and they don't need it. Who knows? Sinful Mile says, more people know Winnie, but he hasn't been relevant. I can only think of 2 Winnie the Pooh live movies and President Pooh meme that got banned in China, but Woody had Toy Story 3 and 4. Yeah, there's a lot of girls that really like Winnie the Pooh. Like, Christopher Robin is like my friend Meg's favorite movie. And yeah, it's like her favorite thing. That is, I guess, a little more for girls. I guess when you're a kid, you might like him as well. He is pretty memeable as well. I'm not going to say what the meme was. It was a series of 30 pictures of Pooh stuck in a hole and Rabbit trying to push him out of that hole, butt side first. That meme had to do with, I'm not even going to say it, but it was hysterical. Owadias is waiting for MTL, in my opinion. Get it. Peng Meh says, hope we get more sets that interact with each other, like Ghost Trap and Slimer. Imagine they turn it on, Mighty Fantastic Four fighting Doom when all together, all 5 moving. That'd be insane. That'd be great. BJN's a serious question, and not meant in a negative way, but I look at VV YouTubers/influencers, and all have tiny subscription bases, 5K, 7K, 8K. We need big exposure, don't we? I mean, we've had big exposure from Crypto R Us. We've had big exposure from Peng Jun. There's a bunch of people that have gone on and had talked about us. Was it BitBoy? Crypto Boy? Whatever his name is. So we have had that. Other ones, so I can't say who, and I don't even know if I could say this. I think I'm hypothesizing that there might be a reason why some YouTubers some big notable YouTubers haven't made any videos yet. I know of at least one that is had talks with them and had decided after those talks to not make any videos yet. And that person is ready to go. That person has more Omi than I do. I'm not going to give a hint to how many followers, how many subscribers, how many whatever. Just know that they're ready. They're ready to go. Maybe they're just waiting on a signal. I don't know what it is. Damon X says, opinion on swapping Lady number 89 for Ultra Rare Steamboat Willie. Oh, it's hard. Golden Moment versus Ultra Rare Steamboat. Oh, that is animated. I would say yeah. I would say yes. Because that Ultra Rare Steamboat Willie has been 10,000. And now that it's not, I think that's a good idea. Ultra Rare edit for Steamboat Willie. I would do that. Sean Navarro says, Hodl Gang since March 21. Never thought of selling last year at 0.001 or this downturn. Future millionaire confirmed. Get it. Get it, brother. Super Duper Hank says, Randy, I just signed onto YouTube. What did you sell for 47,000? Plus 7,000 lost the Gators. No, it was not me. It was a person that had decided to sell at a $47,000 loss, which is absolutely ridiculous. I have zero idea why they would do that. My idea is that they got frustrated and they sold for that loss. Absolute lunacy. Absolute, like, that person was not smart. That's not a smart person. It is not. So, moving on. Simple Model says, 97 likes, almost 100. That was 34 minutes ago. We got 121 now. Wes says, bye, high, sell low. NFT Century says, sending love your way, hermano. I hope you've been stacking these days. Secured 37 Disney NFT between yesterday and today. Oh, I'm so jealous. Taxes come at the worst time every single year. Every single year. Sinful Mawile says, owe me by February will be at least 1 penny. Next year. Sure. Carlos Aguila says, holding forever. I'm going to enter a trade soon as a masonry just to keep my time off Veve. But if Veve starts releasing all the good stuff like Omi to NFT, then I'll focus more on Veve again. They will at some point. You might have a couple months where you're doing what you're doing, but yeah, that'll happen. AW says, Randy, these tough days will become unforgettable, positive memories for the long run. I have zero doubt smart millionaires are being made these days. Yes, I agree 100%. Monarch NFT says, of course manipulation is everywhere. I'm just saying there is little to no stance against such manipulation at all, like full-blown clarity on why this and that pumped so high, because bots, no cash out, etc. So yeah, I mean, we've had bots and no cash out forever. You know, why is it going down now? For lots of reasons that don't really have anything to do with Veve. Bird to Jerk says, these low prices are scaring people. The first marketplace dip, people really don't think we won't pump again. Yeah, people just look at the prices are going down. They don't look at the fact that Veve is making more money than ever. They don't look at the fact that Veve is burning more Omi than ever. They don't look at all these partnerships. People are not smart. And hopefully, like I said, I'd rustle some jimmies with this. Hopefully they take a look at other people that are smart, and I don't mean listen to everything that I say, but hopefully they take heed from people that have been in this position before, that have been through 2020, that have been through 2018. 2020, like the actual stock market, and I guess crypto as well. 2018, crypto, people that have been there. It's happened before. People will learn. Bird Jersey's low prices up. Just read that. Responsive Resolve says HRO packs are selling out. They are. The studio says, I fasted for 6 months, no solids. Best feeling ever. Mood, taste, confidence, everything was better. When I'm fasting, I'm just drinking water. Like I'm not even having protein shakes. I probably should. Let's Google this real quick. I know I'm 30-something minutes behind, but how to fast. Okay. Not intermittent fasting. How to fast safely. All right, here we go. We got this. Maybe it's not. Keep fasting periods short. Start your caloric intake for 2 days per week. Oh, 600 calories a day. It's nothing. Stop eat. A 24-hour complete fast 1 to 2 times a week. Most regimens advise short fast periods 8 to 24 hours. However, some people choose to take much longer fasts of 48 and even up to 72 hours. Longer fast periods increase your risk of problems associated with fasting. This includes dehydration, irritability, mood changes, fainting, hunger, lack of energy, and being unable to focus. Honestly, everything that can be solved if you just drink water. Let me Google how long you should fast for. I will answer everyone else's comments, but let's what's the longest you should fast for? What's the longest you should fast? Wow, they say 24 hours or fewer. I'm past 24 hours now. Keeping a snack on hand in case you feel faint. It's the longest time you should fast for. A 48-hour fast is the longest during commonly practiced with intermittent fasting. Okay, so maybe I'll go another day. I'll see. Waffle says, was curious what you think about stacking Cogsworth and Lumeri under 100. Yes, 100% yes. Yes, those are great. Again, they're duos. They're not Beast, they're not Bell, but they're pretty notable, at least right now. Excuse me, Las Vegas says, only 8 and 4 packs left. HRO now response. Damn! Las Vegas says, sell out in next 24 hours, maybe. Yeah, it's insane. Sinful Motwile says, still super bullish on thirst traps. Yeah, Secret Rare Spidey is cool to look at for a second or two, but it's not a thirst trap. Fair point. Excuse me, Marvelous packs. As collecting and investing go hand in hand, and non-sports cards are surging in the physical world, be it TCG Pokemon or Marvel cards, so I'm bullish on HRO bringing more physical collectors into NFTs. Again, that's what we need. We need a lot more physical, especially comic collectors, going into Veve, because that'll pump up the comics. Pump it up, pump it, jam. A Studio says KYC will not solve bots, because they will be able to buy KYC accounts. That's a good point. It's a good point. They will. Gabriel Druin says up to 7 Timon and Pumbas. Those prices are such a blessing. Hakuna Matata. Monarch NFT says, by the way, I heard HRO packs will be sold at Amazon, Walmart, etc. The site is just selling out a bit of their inventory. Nice. Oguntashi says, hi Randy, what's up with the thumbnail? The title is Don't Be Like These People, and the thumbnail is them selling at a $47,000 loss. So that is my intention with that, to not be like the thumbnail. Jerry Claw says, one of the 7 James Bond cars for sale. Ooh, what are they selling that at? Let's take a look-see. Let's scroll down that Veve app, the drops, and let's take a look at the... Hey, where's the Aston Martin? Where are they? Okay, if we take the... Secret Rare, this one for sale in the market for $284,000. Interesting. Marvelous Packs has just bought an 8 and a 4 pack. Yes, this is time to buy. Came in during the high and have been dollar cost averaging my way down. Nice. Sinful Mawa says, bought too early at 0.0036. Should have waited. It's on its way to 3 zeros. I don't think it is, but we shall see. Monarch NFT says, do the math on how many packs they have to sell, etc. There's 6 or 7 million minted cards. I think there's like 6 million minted cards. But again, a lot of people are getting them for the chase. And again, it comes out to about 70 cents per card. So, and a lot of people, like I said, are getting them for the chase cards that you can get in there. Marvelous Pack says, yes, Monarch, 1 out of 6 million are pre-sale and the best value. Sinful Miles says, Golden Moments could sell retail because we aren't bullish till MTL next year. Well, MTL will start. I mean, MTL's already started, but they will have more and more going. Marvelous Pack says, Monarch, that's not as large of a print run as you may think. X-Men Metal had the same print run, and it is nothing compared to Pokemon cards. Pokemon card print runs are insane now. Pokemon cards are... It's lost some of its collectability because of how many print runs they do. That's why first editions were the best. So you have first edition, and then you just have the rest as unlimited. Great for collectors. Sleeping Comics says Randy equals winning. Oh, why thank you. I'm sorry I got to your comment a half hour later, but thank you. Panty Girl says, with your long hair, you kind of remind me of Cisco from The Flash. Yeah, I've heard that before. And I know you're probably trying to be nice. I just... back in the day, I was compared to hot people. Not that that person is not a thirst trap. That person is just like, I don't know. I've gotten... I wish we were better looking. That's just my whole thing. Monarch NFT says, I know it's not a large amount, but people are FOMOing in because they believe they are being completely sold out on their website. That might be possible as well. People might be doing that. So for a while it says not full utility, but some for great exchange. Where is the line drawn? I think that's it. I think they'll have some utility, and then they'll have exchanges. And then they'll have some more utility, and then they'll have another exchange. So I think by the end of the year, we have a good amount of utility and 3 exchanges. One of them will probably... Now, not all the 3 exchanges will be good. One of them will probably be okay. One of them will probably be okay also. Like they'll both be like probably Bitmart. Small, maybe not as good. And then one will be like a Coinbase or a Binance, I would think. We shall see. Sinful Mile says, I just read that. Marvelous Packs says, 90s junk wax era cards produced 50 to 100 million cards for sets. Fair point. Marvelous Packs says, Walmart, Amazon, or whichever retailer sell HRO will be much more expensive than buying direct. Good point. Omi Panda, good evening. Good evening. How are you doing, my good friend? Monarch NFT says, all this is pre-sale. Also, if this is pre-sale, is the best low price, then I'm totally passing. I own a few DC cards and sets with the same artwork. Nice. BB Las Vegas says, I doubt HRO hit stores will be tough to get. Also true. Marvelous Pack says, if it hits stores, we'll get scalped and resold for 3x. Also true. Monarch NFT says, rather wait for their monthly digital packs that will be supposedly exclusive. Also a good point. Lori Brenner, what's going on? Says, it has taken everything in me to remain silent while these ignorant people speak in what they don't know. If you notice the people who are remaining calm, or not just experienced ones, but the people who have actually taken the time to research our investment and not expected to get rich quick. Agreed. You have a bunch of these people. Yeah, again, intelligent investors and people that are here for the long run, they know where this is going. This is pretty laughable. A lot of stuff that happens in some of my whale chats, they're laughing. I probably should have mentioned that before. That, again, most likely not anyone here, but anyone like that person selling for $47,000 loss, or for people that are doing that, yeah, that's whales are laughing. And you could play the whole like 1%. I'm not part of the 1% anymore. You could totally play that 1% rich versus poor, and it is true that is what's happening currently, at least within those couple group chats. Vive Las Vegas say 7 cards and 7 NFTs for $5. Why do you think that's not good, Monarch? Yeah, it's a great deal. Responsive Resolve says, well, it's a pre-order, although each physical trading card is uniquely minted and connected to a 1-to-1 digital NFT twin. Very what? Didn't say anything else after that. Monarch NFT says, never in history has a DC card set been scalped. Marvelous Packs is so much fun. Let them complain about everything. Never in history has there been a DC NFT card set. Good point. BB Las Vegas says this is completely different. Clone digital interoperable NFT. Monarch says just the overall fact that it's reused artwork for me. I don't see it worth much. Concept is dope though. So again, just because something is reused, just because it's not original artwork, doesn't mean that it won't be great, but we shall see. Las Vegas says these cards have mint numbers, can't compare to old cards. Also true. Sinful Mawa says Elektra is the cheapest character now, and it's Marvel. Remember when you were talking about how cheap Loki, because it's Marvel? Talking about cheap Loki? I mean, I talk about cheap Loki all the time. Which one are you referring? Monarch says, I'm going to give them a chance, though. I'm just not buying a physical set right now. Vive Las Vegas says, all comics in Veve is reused. I don't get it. Yeah, that's a good point. It's all reused. Marvelous Pack says, plenty of card sets have reused artwork. I think the art and card design are great. Same. Adam says, the team never once said Todd McFarlane 100 is the first Batman or first DC NFT. They just said it was the first Veve NFT. Why are people surprised that HRO has a first Batman and DC NFTs? Actually, we do. Ours were minted first, but ours were minted on the Go chain, not the Ethereum blockchain. So I think that's the distinction that people are making. Yeah. Marvelous Pack says it's basically a complete serial numbered card, and each set card has a mint number. Exactly, Vegas. Vegas says people are sleeping still on HRO. Monarch says their in-app currency is like $100 for $70 to spend in the app, which is completely nuts. I'm saving to buy up digital packs. Las Vegas says, yes, Marvelous is going to be amazing. Marvelous Pack says, HRO FOMO, that's funny. There's no market or floor, and these prices packs are the same. Monarch says, no, Veve has exclusive Marvel covers, bro. That's also true. Veve does have the ultra rare and the rare versions of the photos, or of the artwork. Mike H says, Randy, why does that robe make me love you even more? Hashtag hot boy. Thank you so much. I don't know. It's nice. It's cool. Marina Karthik says, more than MTL, utility is key. Many other projects started late, announced their utilities. Example, a project started 4 weeks, giving NBA season and box office tickets. Fascinating. Monarch says, I'm a fungible guy, by the way. I bet large only on everything non-fungible. Arjunal Janal says, thank you for answering. I appreciate it, fam. You the man. Thank you so much. Sinful Mama says, why May 4th for the P word? Too soon? Yeah, I think it's too soon. I think they still have, again, they have more of MTL to roll out. They have more of exchanges to get on. And they have the web app to develop. And it's not like it's not like they're waiting for this stuff to happen before they start developing the web app. They're starting everything. They are developing, again, just in my predictions here, and MTL, exchanges, web app, Omi to NFT, Viviverse, localization. It's not like they're going and they're listing things. They're waiting for one to finish before they start the next. They are starting these. They started on all of these. But I think that Pokemon will be saved for a later date. I have a super chat coming in from Ernie Malas saying, you deserve this just for being constantly on here trying to help us all. Omi 2024/2025, make all rich. Thank you so much, Ernie Malas. You are a shining light in my day. Seeing a lot of the same people on here all the time makes me feel like, I know like you guys probably know really a lot about me because I stream all the time, but I also feel like with seeing you guys here all the time, I feel like I know a lot about you, even if I don't, even if it's just a seeing you guys every day for a small amount of time. It feels good, man. But yeah, I see a lot of FUD. Like, it's like some people, and I don't want to really get too much into politics here, so I'll say some people that see something they don't agree with, they right away make a post, they make a video, they make a tweet about it, and a bunch of people are saying, well, hey, why are you still tweeting about this? Why, can't we just like drop it? And those people say, well, when the government stops doing stupid things, I will stop making articles rebuttaling it. People are making these stupid, crazy decisions to sell for a $47,000 loss, or people that are telling everyone else to sell because they think the project is dying. I have to come in and I have to be like, you guys are insane for thinking that. Even the thought crossing your mind is ludicrous. So thank you, Ernie Malas. I do feel very, what do you call it? I do feel very good. I do feel like I am trying to calm people, and I do feel like I am making a difference. So thank you for that. Now, where was I? Oh, I wasn't too far behind. Reuse artwork. Okay. Thank you for that. Monarch says non-fungible guy. Marvelous Pack says new people coming in from real life collectibles will be able to relate more with HRO, and this is just the start of that project. Again, great point. Kane Wilson says, I'd get the Disney Golden Moments NFTs over Todd any day. GoChain is extinct, so HRO's Batman and DC NFTs are first, as they're first on Ethereum blockchain, the gold standard. I will definitely say that Ethereum blockchain is the most transactions are done on the Ethereum blockchain, and a lot of people have really good, the gas fees kind of suck, but a lot of people have really good positive experiences with it. They might have the first DC things that minted on, at least cards minted on the blockchain, but they don't have the first 3D digital collectibles printed on the blockchain. So yeah. Monarch NFT says, and I highly believe these first HRO DC packs are simply for perks and rewards, etc. inside the app. Just worry about completely the full set, bros. Andrew Babb says, if no one else loves this vid, I do. The FUD is so real out here. Yeah, again, and to see spaces with the title Veve is dying. Now, I get it why they did that, why Cavell did that, because he wanted to kind of talk some sense into the people that really did think Veve was dying. I'm not sure I clearly did not go about it that way. Literally the title was Don't Be These People, but, moving on. Roku says, what is your go-to at Taco Bell? It really depends. Whenever I start eating food again, it will be, not beefy melts. They have like cheese and rice burritos are like 400 something calories for $1, and beefy burritos on the dollar menu It's like, again, 400 something calories for, so I can get a whole day's worth of calories for $5. If I am feeling a little splurgy, it would be it would probably be a, what's that called? It would be a cheesy gordita crunch, maybe a Crunchwrap Supreme. Those are really good. But back in the day, my favorite order was a half a pound cheesy potato burrito, a beefy 5-layer, a cheesy gordita crunch, and I think just like a soft taco. That was a pretty good order of mine back in the day. Moving on. Monarch says, which will be redeemable for physical as well. Sleeping Comet says, have you seen Squid Game? Love Squid Game. Squid Game was great. Now, be advised, when I started watching Squid Game, I almost couldn't get past the first episode because I like to gamble a lot. And I don't have an issue with gambling. I don't have like a problem like I had with drinking. But there was some times where it was maybe close. And when I see this guy, again, the first like 20 minutes of him being a loser. The main character in the first episode is a loser. And he is not someone you want to root for. He's someone you think like, oh man, just making absolute mistake after mistake after mistake. And I was there's another universe. There's probably several other universes in which I'm that guy, in which I'm a degenerate gambler that is like stealing from his mom. Like that, there is a version of me that exists in another universe. And I couldn't take it because I saw what I could have been. It's like when really fit people see like really large people, they're like, oh, wow, that's possible. And your body has a freak out. When I saw that degenerate gambler, I was like, that could have been me had things played out differently. So I almost couldn't do it. But it was a great show. I loved it. Monarch says, Squid Game be live in the Veve market. Vimawal says, Wazowski. Michael Gazillion says, Randy, can you explain what happens if the reserve wallet goes to near zero and the team hasn't replenished it yet? Hard to believe Akomi seriously lets his business tap into main circulating supply. What do you mean hard to believe? No, so that's easy. All they have to do is give some utility. And the fees, make it go to the reserve wallet. That's all they have to do. And again, there are obviously, some more nuances than that. But all they have to do is say, oh yeah, some of the fees that we are collecting for OMI, when they have OMI to NFT, the fees just have to go into the reserve wallet. That's it. That's it. So when you have something like that are coming in from the outside, again, staking won't go into the reserve wallet. What will go into the reserve wallet, though, or it'll be burned, either way, it'll be out of circulating supply, is if people break that, reserve, or they break that staking agreement, and then 10% of that goes to Veve. Raffles, when they get chosen for raffles, cool. All of that can either be burned or go to the reserve wallet. Doesn't matter. Same thing with OMI to land, OMI to NFT. It is very, very easy to do, and they will do it. So, again, this would have to have no OMI utility, like none, for the next 1.5 to 2 years in order for us to completely burn through the reserve wallet. So, we'll see. Sinful Miles says Rabbit was using his elbow. I know what you meant. Yep. Monogamity says, you know what I'm buying at HRO pack right now. Might as well have my perspective be hands-on. Nice. Jesse Trades, are you like Taps Trades' like cousin? Says, I moved OMI for golden moments like Winnie. I'm so incredibly bullish on these NFTs, especially with airdrops coming. I am as well, and I also have believed that, and I still believe that these NFTs will rocket before OMI does. Because again, he's going to need a little utility for OMI to Moon in conjunction with, there's a lot that has to happen. But for Veve NFTs, just quick change. That's all they need. But in the long term, I do think OMI will outperform, just my opinion. Monarch NFT says, drop y'all's HRO username on here. My HRO username is Veve NFTs. Yes, my HRO username is Veve NFTs. Roku says, got to my 30 mil OMI goal today. Let's go, Roku! Get that bread! I'm so heckin' happy for you. Realtor Aaron Baker says, bots are everywhere. Stop complaining about them. You sound like whiners. Look up the Stopping Grinch Bots Act. It's in Congress for review now. Nike has the issue too. Yeah, everyone does. It's a worldwide issue. Ginferno says, howdy, what's going on? Monarch NFC says, no more HRO people on here anymore. Well, I mean, a lot of us. I'm very bullish on the subject, on the project. Marvelous Pax says, Temp M1X2. I need to figure out how to change my name. Oh, mine is just Veve NFTs. Monarch's the same. Las Vegas says, Roku. Sifamao says, where do you buy KYC account? Well, obviously we can't right now, but we will in the future. Or bots will be able to in the future. Air Blues says, Randy, do the brown rice diet for 1 week. You'll feel great after it. Look it up on Google. Brown rice diet. Take a look, see what this is. Brown rice diet. Adding brown rice, no, that's just adding it. Brown rice contains more fiber than refined grains like white rice, which is fiber rich, may reduce belly fat, help you lose weight. Let's try livestrong.com. 7-day brown rice diet or brown rice cleanse is built on the principles of the macrobiotic diet, which was popular in the 70s. Although brown rice provides the foundation of the diet, it isn't the sole component. And also eat vegetables. So it's basically eating healthy because you can eat vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, olive oil. Diet is meant to help you detox from processed foods and other stressors like environmental toxins so your body can reach balance naturally. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. I can dig it. Oh, wow. There's a whole lot of stuff on here. Moving on. Now, where am I going? Playthrough Games says fasting for spiritual growth, you can do 7 days, 21 days, or 40 days. In the past, I've done all. The 40 days with only water, you get major clarity. The 3rd day is the toughest once you pass that. Yeah, I mean, again, there's a reason why Doctor Strange did it for 40 days. So, fasting for 40... Oh my god, I can't type. Fasting for 40 days. So in general, the human body can go 2 to 3 days without water, and is often said in survival guides 30 to 40 days without food of any kind. These many guides also discourage people from scavenging for the wild plants or shrubs. Yep. Why do we fast for 40 days? There's a strong biblical base for fasting, particularly during the 40 days of Lent, leading to the celebration of Easter. Jesus, as part of his spiritual preparation, went into the wilderness and fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. How did I... 40 and 21 days of water fasting, some of my insights. Oh yeah, so these look great. I don't think I think at that time I would probably lose. I would be less than 150 pounds. I would lose like 40 pounds pretty easily. Probably 50. I don't know if I want to do that. Z says, I would buy all these freaking Cogsworth if I could. Anything under 750 is a grab, and y'all know it too. We do. Oh my god, I wish I didn't have this tax bill. Monarch says, I honestly, this is partly why I'm streaming so much, partly why I'm making so many videos, because I am trying to make as much money as possible before, before the tax day. And then April, we'll see what happens. Z says, I would buy all these freaking... Oh, just read that. Monarch says, I just checked the metadata. There's 6.7 million minted HRO cards. Oh, okay. All right. I knew it was at least 6, but... 6.7. Nice. JP3s says, if you take a raw garlic clove and a serrano or jalapeno and break them up and put it in a water bottle and shake it until it's foamy and drink it, it will regulate your stomach pH and you'll lose weight and feel better. Nice. I'm glad. So I mean, some of this is spiritual, some of this is to lose weight, some to save money. It all kind of goes into the same thing though, so we'll see. Playthrough Game says, for other fasting like hunger strikes or personal, it's really up to you. You'll be able to tap into ultra instinct mode. Trust me, clarity of mind, also better skin, peace of mind also. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Whippets Run says, GoChain is a blockchain. I don't care if people don't like it. Veve has the first ever Batman and Superman on any blockchain. The blockchain, correct. Marvelous Pax is 0.7 is exclusive Monarch. Monarch is not completely minted, but I guess reserved minted, if that makes sense. Playthrough Games has also let go of a lot of junk and worry. Yeah. I mean, I think I feel it already after 48 hours. 24 hours with no meeting. Obviously, I probably shouldn't drive anywhere Because it'd probably be. I mean, maybe if I did feel bad, I should keep like some emergency like Starburst or something to be like, oh, here's some sugar, that type of deal. Monarch says, oh, that makes sense. Marvelous Packs, as I just figured, because I come from the E-Pack Upper Deck exclusive digital that combined into physicals with enough duplicates. Ernie Malas, again, thank you so much for that $50 super chat. Saying you deserve this for just being constantly on here and trying to help us all. Omi 2024, 2025, make all rich. And he's not saying that it'll only go up a few cents by that time. He's saying by that time we'll most likely reach epic proportions like $1. Which again makes sense. So we could either be down here and burn all this Omi, and Omi could go to, the circulating supply can go down under 200 million, or I'm sorry, 200 billion, 100 billion, whatever, or we could start going up. One of those things will happen. Diogo Pereira says, hi Randy, what's going on? Monarch NFTs, and by the way, don't be fooled by any HRO card selling on Immutable X, because that could be a fake sale. I mean, listed your cards high, but very cautious on buying a card. Okay. John Washtonek says, will everything continue to dip? Maybe. I mean, maybe it could be another month. Could be 2 months. Could be 3 months. I mean, we'll see. We were in that Goldilocks zone for a little while. Makes sense that we have to be down here for a little bit at least. We do have Steph Celentano saying, oh, hi. Hey, girl. What's up, girl? Monarch NFT says, I believe one card sold for $600 in ETH, but that could be one person with 2 wallets. Very possible. Justin says, feels good. Feels right. Marvel Packs says, I think we will continue to dip unless the AMA announcement brings dates or big announcements. Alex has said before, don't expect any big announcements. It's just a video. Obviously, any announcement from them will probably be perceived as either really good and great or really not so good and bad. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah, we could dip until then. We could dip after then. Who knows? Timothy Lamentary says, man, the deals are so juicy. I couldn't help. Spent 10K the last 3 days stacking. I'm so jealous. Monarch NFT says, you can see the sale on the metadata. Looks like 2 new wallets. A bit sus. Interesting. Marvelous Pack says, well, if the project struggles at first, we can at least enjoy the physical cards and grade the rare ones. That's a good point. Arya Malas says, hey, Marvelous Packs, that will be totally awesome by keeping the burn huge. Buffett, unless the investment criteria changes, buy when others sell. Perfect. My friend Dan is saying, like, if the thesis of the company hasn't changed, don't sell. The thesis of the company hasn't changed. These people are, Frank Kozik said it best. These people are working like 100-hour weeks, which is not a lot more than I was working, but it was more than I was working, and I was tired AF. So, yeah, these guys are going crazy trying to please their licensors. Again, they lose their licensors. They don't have really much to sell us, so they have to keep their licensors really, really happy. Which I think they are doing. When Disney does something, you do it, and to my knowledge, they've done everything that Disney's asked for. So, getting in good with Disney. They talk to Apple, like I said, minimum once a week. Steph Celentano says, I'm late, but what the heck is that over there to your left? Oh, this is Lucius Malfoy's wand. Avada Kedavra, it is a walking stick. It's his cane. It's his cane where he has his wand out of. So I got this in, where was it? Harry Potter World in like 2019, and I love it. I love it so much. I forget. Does he name his wand? I don't know what it's called. Ooh, what about it? Monarch NFT says, there's some very good old DC booster boxes from the early 2000s, still for $100 to $200. Still some rares graded are worth a couple thousand. Nice. Monarch says, same with Marvel cards. Sinful Mawal says, I had this discussion earlier about how E2 will make only splitting properties instead of merging because of how land NFTs are easier to split than merge. I hope we get merge below 750. Yeah, that's a fair point too. I also keep forgetting I have Big Earth 2 account. Big Earth 2 account. Michael Gazillion says, thanks, Randy. Let's say OMI stays 0.003 or less for the year. Where's the reserve wallet balance in January of 2023? Okay, so let's say April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So over the next 9 months, what you would have is, we're averaging 1 billion Omi per week burn, which is nuts. So if we go, and we're gonna do some math here, 1 billion Omi per week. Let's say that continues for the next quarter, and we have, all right, let's count down now how many weeks we've done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's been about 11 weeks that have been done from this so far, right? So we have about 41 weeks left. Divided by 3, so 13.6. So out of 41 weeks left, let's say, let me write that down. 41. So for 13 weeks, we consistently burn another billion Omi per week. So that's 13 billion, right? And then let's say by the next month, or by that next quarter, the 13 weeks after that, which we would have 28 weeks after that, because minus 13, you're looking at 28. So 14 weeks each for the last 2 quarters. We go and we say, okay, we're burning 2 billion Omi per week, times 14. So that's 28 billion Omi. So 13 plus 28, you're looking at the 41 billion Omi that was burned with another 14 weeks left. And why I said that is because most likely a doubling from here is about 5 million users. And that's only with us keeping the same amount of drops. So let's say we double again after that. And we're just keeping the same amount of drops. We're just adding users. And we have, instead of 2 billion a week, it's 4 billion a week. So it's 14 billion, so it's 56 billion. So we have 56 billion plus 41 billion, and we're looking at 97 billion Omi that is burned by January 1st of next year, which would bring us to over 100 billion Omi burned. Because 36 billion Omi has been burned thus far. I am feeling lightheaded. But I shall prevail. What did Principal Wart say when he was dancing and doing karaoke? Was I will prevail. So if this were to happen, and this is with no more drops, this is with the drops staying the way that they are, we would burn an additional 97 billion, which would bring us to over 130 billion burned from that supply. So we'd have about 210 billion left by January. And then again, let's say January of next year, we had doubled the amount of drops, which again, it can be easy, minimum. We have no more than 10 million users, but we doubled the amount. So then that would be 102 billion if we're at the same price. So another 102 billion would be burned in those 14 weeks. So we'd be at 199 billion more from here. So 109 billion. So by April of next year, we would have 199 plus 36, 235. So 235 billion would have been burned from that reserve wallet, and we would have a little over 100 billion left by April of next year if we stay this way, and we only have 10 million users, and we only double the amount of drops toward the end. That's just toward next year. So either that happens, and we burn so much from the reserve wallet, and that's if we have no Omi utility. That's if Omi does, But maybe let's say next year on January we have full utility, and we're no longer burning from the circulating supply. We're burning from we're the same price. We're no longer burning from the reserve wallet. We're burning from the circulating supply. Well, like I said, there's 102 billion Omi that's burned literally in 14 weeks. That's lunacy. There's no way we stay at this price. Insane. I should make this whole video. DV Las Vegas says, I was already following you, Randy, on HRO somehow. Nice. Monarch NFT says, both Marvel and DC cards weren't widely adopted at all. They were printed millions and millions. There's whole videos on how they were slept drastically on, and they may be becoming popular now. Marvelous is definitely Monarch. Sinful Malice says, working out and eating a lot, I think, is better than doing nothing and fasting. The best way to burn calories is running, undisputed. Got to get addicted on runner's high. Oh, I love it. But again, this is more of a, this is more of like a thing. You know, I'm doing this because people are stupid and they need to stop being stupid. So until I see a bigger improvement in people's, when I no longer see any more posters saying I sold for $47,000 loss, then I will stop the fasting. Las Vegas says, yeah, this HRO project could boost these Monarch. Sinful Mawile says, gotta do what the monks do. I forget which country, but they go in the mountains, temples, and meditate for 3 months straight. No food or water. Oh, no water. Bananas. Justin says HRO has 353 Instagram followers. They don't have a lot of Twitter followers either. But again, they're growing. Marvelous Pack says, I hope HRO is able to prove themselves and also get other contracts to do Marvel cards as well. And who knows, even Pokemon. But everyone's speculating Veve would. Roku says, what are your expectations on the David and Dan interview this week? Expect any media announcements? What I expect would be, hey, everyone, thank you for your patience. They're not going to apologize. Because if you apologize, you admit that you're wrong. They say sorry for the wait. They will say, most likely, they'll say thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. That usually elicits a much better reaction out of people. People don't feel as entitled. And they'll probably give updates like on things that they haven't mentioned. Like, let's say the web app. And they will say, oh, we have just rolled out another 1,000 users of MTL that are currently doing this right now. And they will say, how are you guys liking that Bitmart exchange? And everyone will be like, eh. And they'll say, well, more are coming. We have a few more in the pipeline. Reese had touched on that. And then they'll probably say, like, we're working on the web app. And then once that is completed, we can have a lot more announcements on some of the hundreds of brands that they're working with. And they can have a Omida NFT update. They might have an article, like an OUP article or an MCP article. They might have that rolled out. And then they could say, hey, once these are all rolled out, we'll have another update on Omida NFT. You know, but first, before then, will be raffles, will be, you know, that type of thing. So that's what I think they're going to say. No actual hard dates given, which is good. Jesse Trade says Lightning McQueen or Cogsworth, probably Cogsworth. Monarch NFT says, yep, I'll be buying more full sets soon. Those classic cards are straight fire artwork. Veve Las Vegas says, yes, Justin, no one knows yet. I heard HRO will have music, sports, etc. It'd be great. Marvelous Pack says, I love Joe Jusko, Julie Bell, Boris Vallejo, Bob Larkin, and the Hildebrandt Bros for DC, McFarlane, and Jim Lee. Justin says, go on a night run to Taco Bell one time. Maybe I will one day. Veve Las Vegas says, by the way, just not to scare anyone, HRO not competing to Veve. Veve 99.5%, HRO 0.5%. Right now, I do expect that gap to close a little bit. HRO being able to get a couple of percent, maybe 5%. But again, they only do have one thing. And they did say the cards you would be able to play with at some point. So we'll see. Sinful Mile says, just run 7 or 8 miles every day and just eat good meals. Yeah, if you were just looking to lose weight, yeah, it's fine. That's really good. Marvelous Pack says, for sure, exciting to be at the beginning with a new hybrid project like HRO. Yeah, it is exciting. Good times. Good times are had. Veve Las Vegas says Cogsworth over McQueen. Same. Sinful Mile says Veve is in Disney friend zone. They aren't in bed with Disney yet, but it's a start. There are definitely some good feels going on between both of them. Monarch says, I'm a 90s baby, so I love Impel and Fleer Skybox cards from both Marvel and DC. Nice. Ernie Mala says, we will be more than 1 billion per week as more users every day. Yeah, I mean, just look at yesterday. Yesterday we had over 1 billion in one day. It was nuts. And today, I'm pretty sure we also had, not 1 billion, but I think we had 500 million today as well. Yeah, 561 billion Omi was burned. And, you know, it's not like people are not putting in money anymore. $3.6 million were put into the app yesterday, and that's not including people buying 30,000 gems from someone. It's not because somebody said, "Hey, I'll give $50,000 for like 80,000 gems, whatever." And $2.8 million went into the app today, so people are buying. People just don't see it. It's really good. This is really, really bullish. I'm very. This is a fantastic week. Let's say the week started on the 17th. Usually on the apps, it goes from the 3rd to the 10th, the 17th. The next week will start at the 24th. Yeah, I'm very, very bullish on this. Aldous Habley usually has a count too on the average per week. But even last week as well, we had a day where we had over 1 billion OMI burned. So there's a lot of these. It's good times. Moving on here. Arya Moss says, I honestly feel sorry for people not invested in this. I have everyone I know in. Good. I have a bunch of my friends in also. And a bunch of my friends that are obviously a bit older, 40s, maybe 50s, they know what to do and what not to do. We do be hodl and tight though. RJ says, owe me to a penny. Oh, that's actually owe me to 10 cents. So, one day. Arnie Malala says, great, 0.001 gets it to $1 faster. Agreed. Arnie Malala says, yeah, sorry, you had a 0.1. Agree. Yeah. 0.1 would be 10 cents. So, yeah. Well, like I said, if it stayed here for a year, well, you saw what happens with the burns. Sinful Model says, Randy, is Jesus needs fasting for all our sell high sins. I have to. Oh my god. Okay, why am I in selfie mode? I have to take a picture. Randy is Jesus. I told everyone I'm fasting, and they commented this. Oh god, Sinful Mama, I love you so much. Let me. Oh god. Laugh at those, and that will be going to the Snapchat. Okay, moving on. RJ says, if the burns still work, yeah, of course. Veve Las Vegas says, Ernie speaks invaluable wisdom. Yes, he does. Michael Guzelian, what's going on? Saying, Randy, if Veve launched an IPO, would you be an early equity shaft investor in the U.S.? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, equity share investor in the U.S. I don't have any more money to put into it, so no, I wouldn't be. If I had an extra couple $100,000, you can be damn sure I would, absolutely. But now, no. Justin says, Randy taking the bullet for our transcriptions. Ernie Malala says, I've invested in dozens of things for 40 years. This is truly a very solid, low-risk deal. It is a real company with great management and high-integrity people. Yeah, also, the first NFTs on the blockchain for Disney, they're not just going to let that go, and again, me and Steph Salentano and her sister Susan, we were going over yesterday that I think there was a conspiracy there that take a look at all the companies that are currently looking at Veve. And when I say that, I mean like all the news outlets that are reporting golden moments on Veve. They're not CNBC, they're not CNN, they're not like these crazy big popular websites. They're like Star Wars News Network net.com. They're these really weird random websites that probably don't have a lot of followers that have been reporting on it. And none of which recently, all of which have been, for last year. So we think that Disney is trying to suppress this for a couple of reasons, because they don't really want a bunch of Karens on the phone saying like, I didn't get my collectible or I didn't get this. And again, they don't, and that one YouTuber, or maybe I shouldn't have said YouTuber, that one influencer that I said that has a lot more OMI than I do, a ton more subscribers than I do. Like, some people have thousands, some people have hundreds of thousands, and some people have more. Reason why after they had a conversation with a Comey and not making content, well, I could only imagine that person is one of several that they have on deck. Again, Comey and Disney don't want to advertise to people when they're empty shelves. Even Electra, the most hated NFT by other people, not by me, give or take, the most hated NFT on this app, I think, ever, got, it sold out. It sold out. It didn't sell out in like a couple days. It didn't sell out in like an hour. No, it sold out in like a minute. It sold out very, very quickly. So, up until several NFTs don't sell out, and if some of those NFTs are Disney, then yeah, they could do that, but I don't think they'll ever actually have to market. They don't need to. Moving on. Monarch MCs, don't starve yourself, Randy. Just take adaptogens and mitochondria herb supplements. Completely revive your metabolism from its core, and of course, with plenty of cardio. Exercise. Oh yeah, no, I love that stuff. I'm pretty good with exercise, but as this is selling, I'm fasting for all the sell high sins. Mr. Daddy Lou says even bots didn't want Electra. Well, other people did. Monarch NMC says stay on clean protein and healthy fats. No need for any extra BS or gimmick diets. Yeah, healthy fats are great. I love those. It doesn't say, or you could just get the no. Monarch NMC's laughing. Sean Gill says, so the buybacks are canceled? I mean, mostly. I mean, they stopped them. Will they do them at some point again? Probably. Again, they just do not want to make OMI a security. And how do you not make it a security? You don't do security-like things. Oh, excuse me. All right, moving on here. Oh, Jeremy Padower twatted. He tweeted. Oh, sorry for the mistake. Yep. Oh, got hiccups. Jeremy Padower says there's an astonishing burn number from yesterday when we burnt over 1 billion OMI. Says I have to date not sold an OMI as I believe future utility, and I believe they will stay true to the original token vision. Opinion only. Again, that is from the Jeremy Padower. Oh, wait a sec. Golden Moment statues from the park for sale now. Match the physical with your NFT. Thoughts? So again, I'm not 100% sure what allears.net is. There's a new way to bring home Disney's 50th anniversary character statues. And they are... Spotted Woody Golden statue. Nope, not that one. All right, so here are some of these that a lot of the NFTs are actual like gold. We know that the NFTs are actual golden moments. Let me turn down the brightness on this. I don't know why it's so bright. But the company is actually selling the physical ones as well. So I think as people start to buy the physical ones, they are going to want to match them up. So I definitely do see that happening at some point. Moving on. Sis Sheep says, Mr. Daddy Lou told 24, they already sold for a massive loss. Heck the bots. Yeah, heck them. Monarch NFTs, I would go straight P isolate protein. Oh, straight. Oh yeah, no, I have whey isolate. Diamondized isotope is really good. Crystal Stroud, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Just finish your dinner. This is my dinner. It's just water. Maybe Las Vegas says, I'll be on the other side. I don't mind. I like Electra. I'm not a fan of all the negative comments against her. I love the memes. I don't have an issue with her. I think she's still a thirst trap. I think she still looks great. Rick says, and people who cry about Trist being damaged, just see how far we've come. They will eventually deliver. Give it time. Yeah, agreed 100,000%. Monarch says, that's what my mom would be saying, Justin. Vive Las Vegas says, stand up for Electra. Women power. Ethical Realist says, Electra didn't sell out. All people pressed the buy now button, then canceled. I watched VV Vault get 5 rebounds up to 24 minutes, LOL. Okay, well, she still sold out. You cannot get any more of her. Vive Las Vegas says, I will always buy as many as I can on the drop. Biscuits is laughing because I misspoke. Instead of tweeted, I said twatted. That is my B. This is what happens when your brain is not on food. But let me just to make sure I'm not lying. Gonna go to the Daredevil Electra thing. Yes, that is sold out. So congrats to me. Eric Poole says, are golden moments still grails? Yes, 100,000%. Arnie Moa says, I bought many Electras today. Interesting. Did you buy only Secret Rare? Did you buy all of the ones off the drop? Let me know. Omi Panda says, newbies don't understand the blockchain is here to stay. Companies are moving to the chain. Can't go wrong with investing in a company / crypto holding top name brands. I'm stacking Omi. That is a great point, Omi Panda. Well, you've also been here for a while, so yeah, you know. Sis Shep says, Randy, can you explain that if Veve may not do buybacks, why these daily burn numbers matter? The daily Omi burn is only impactful if a Omi eventually buys back? No, not at all. Anything that burns Omi is really good. And they might do bios, they might not, but there has to be OMI utility to refill that reserve wallet. And what's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is to give it NFT and to burn some. But whether it's raffles, whether it's OMI to NFT, OMI to land, staking fees for when people cash out too early, that will all go back to the burn wallet. It might go. It will obviously be burned. It might go to the reserve or the vault first. But either way, whenever that happens, they are taking it out of the circulating supply. So not buying backs is fine with me as long as they give OMI utility, which again, I'm sure they will at some point. Earning losses, golden moments, Coca-Cola items will only go up. That's a good point. Coke's been around for a long time too. Monarch NFTs is taught it. It's going to be a new thing. Michael Gazillion says, I know you said you didn't money left, but consider doomsday scenario. If OMI hits 0.001, are you liquidating that fridge behind you? I have had several offers for the fridge already. I might auction them off. I don't know. We shall see. Points, I don't know. It'd be great to get, but there's a reason I'm going to Atlantic City that I'll be going. I really should go in April. I really should focus everything on YouTube now, and I should go in April. But we shall see. Who knows? Those that didn't have. Oh yeah. That's yeah. If it does hit that, which again is really good for only long term, if we go down there. I don't know. Be a gigolo maybe. Who knows? The Sid Shep says the Electro model is 3D and AR is good. Problem is the cards and promo materials use a render with different weird lighting. Those who only see the cards never see the actual asset. That's also a good point. They do have to use compressed files for certain things like the Medium article. On Instagram, it looks much better. I have seen videos where it looks a little bit better as well, where she's kicking Jake. She's kicking a Finn from Adventure Time, and he's falling. It's really good. It's really funny. Naomi Keefe says, hey there, from just joined. If you were going to stack with the market now being low, what would you buy? A lot of golden moments, mostly golden moments, maybe a couple of comics as well. But see, the thing is, like, some of like the grails, like the Riso hasn't gone below 10K. Or if it has, it went right back up. The Fantastic Four #1 hasn't gone below 10K. And those are the things that if they were to dump by like 80%, they'd be at like 5K. You know, Eddie Riso would, they'd both be that, but they're not. So those will obviously still go up. Those are obviously pretty, they're good grails. If Spider-Man's gone down 60%, give or take, but yeah, a lot of golden moments. I still do think some lenticular cards will be cool. Maybe not as good as the golden moments though. I'd be getting some more. I'll get anything under retail. I'd probably get as well. I think Groot rare is pretty good. It's the only rare that's animated. First appearance Joker, first appearance Harley. Todd is very good too. Just again, he's gone down 66%. It's pretty good time to buy. Maybe he's close to 70% by this point. Ernie Malas says all. He'd be buying everything, which he is. Las Vegas says same. Ernie. Force Joy says, I admire your long-term views, but do you ever have thoughts of doubt about leaving a Comey? I mean, it is important to go through every single scenario. And, out of the scenarios that could kill off a Comey, it would be things that, like a World War III. I don't know if a Comey, I still think they would. As long as there's not like a nuclear holocaust, I mean, there should be okay. If there, it's an alien invasion that is not good, or if there is really only major giant things, solar flares, major giant world-ending events. Outside of that, maybe if for whatever reason Disney would not pull out, there's 0% chance, just because they're doing everything that Disney asks, and Disney's making a lot of money with them, and it wouldn't really be good because Disney doesn't really like bad press. Remember the kid that got ate by the alligator? I don't remember the family pressing charges against Disney. Probably because they made it go away. So because it would be bad press if they did that. And I'm not saying that Disney won't have their own metaverse. They will. But to say, oh, hey guys, yeah, we're pulling our Marvel, we're pulling our Disney. You can maybe get, let's say, a new Amazing Spider-Man comic. Let's say you can get Civil War comic, whatever it is, major events. But in order to get, Marvel comic number 1, Fantastic Four number 1, Fantastic Four number 5, yeah, you got to go and you got to go to this other app. It's lunacy. I do not see that happening. And again, even if they were to die, someone will go and pick them up. I don't know who. Could be Amazon, could be Apple, could be Google, could be Disney. I don't think it would be Meta. I don't think they would sell to Meta. That's what I believe it would be. And in order for them to do that, it would, again, they're making so much money. If the drops weren't selling out, if they were doing marketing and the drops still weren't selling out, then I'd be like, okay, maybe time to rethink this. But no, again, they're selling everything that they make. There's no demand problem at all. So all of the money that they have in the war chest from saving from doing marketing because they don't need it, yeah, they're doing pretty well. There's no way, even if a Comey miracle chance they do go up and die, they do go up in flame, someone will buy them out. I am 100% sure of that. Monarch NFTs, Randy, HRO username, all lowercase, VV NFT. It might be VV NFT or VV NFTs. Let me check. Let's take a look, see. Oh, DC by HRO. Let's take a look. Come on now. Nope, it's VV NFTs. Ooh, there's a daily login bonus. Complete. Regular login for 1 day. Achievement completed. Yeah, it's just VV, capital V in VV, and then NFTs. That's what it's at. That is what I have. Ooh, okay. Click the most recent tab when I did a search of the entire group. Like I said, only one person posted about it and had no replies at all. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in Disney World Junkies, maybe I shouldn't have even said that. Anyway, 400,000 people are in that private group. One person on January 26th posted, what is your thoughts of these VV NFTs? Good investment? Anyone own one? No replies. No likes. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi talked to everyone, said no reply. Said no reply of any kind. It's amazing. So this is incredible. Just read this on stream. In stream. On stream. Left side. Strong side. Left side. So, okay. Moving on here. Ernie Moss says 0 doubts for me. I agree, Las Vegas, no doubts whatsoever. Maybe Las Vegas, 0 doubts, just patience and time. Sorry, Steph. I just saw that. I just saw this. Check your text. My bad. Omi Panda says big money is made in crypto by the people who hold through the highs and the lows. Them guys holding Bitcoin for years through the dips and FUD are living well today. Hodl that, Omi, and be patient. Agreed 100,000%. Excuse me. Monarch NFT says, I'm waiting for something real vintage to drop. I watch a lot of American pickers, and I would love a VV vintage sign drop. That'd be pretty cool. There, you can get a VV sign in the fiches. He did an airdrop of that. That was pretty cool. Brock McBlockchain. He'll be on the podcast next week. Can't wait for that. I'll be on. Hey, where are you at? On the 28th. So that'll be excited. Oh, it's like, yeah, I'm watching this. I texted you. Derp. Block Max says thoughts on today's drop. Well, it's sold out, and people are making some cool artwork with it, so it's pretty fun. Maybe Las Vegas says yes, Monarch. I would love that. Sean Gill says, quick question on the burns, Randy. If buybacks aren't a thing anymore due to security concerns, what purpose do these coin burns have? Well, would you rather them not burn? I think they're very good to burn. And I also think that, it'll burn here. It's either going to burn here or the circulating supply. We need it to burn. Buybacks will not matter. Even if they do it, it will be a super small. It will not be able to replenish the VV reserve wallet fast enough. You need utility, which they will get. But like I said, utility will. VV buybacks would not matter because of how much Omi burn they're doing. I would much rather them save that money and use it for something else. Just as people in the States should be more worried about the US dollar than Omi, probably. is Ship says, so with buybacks versus OMI utility, they're basically shifting who pays for the buy pressure from a Comey to the community. Versus OMI utility, they're basically shifting who pays for the buy pressure from a Comey to the community. Yes, I guess that'll work. I do hope they can get through the regulatory issues. I'm sure that they will. Monarch NFT says, that's bank all day. Bank all day. Sean Gill says, like, how would they replenish the burn wallet without buybacks? It's just from burns. It's just when they're burning from the circulating supply, hey, instead of that going to the burn wallet, just have it go to the reserve wallet. Makes a lot of sense. Ernie Moss says, great idea, Monarch. 100%. And we got Viva Las Vegas says, when Elvis and Monroe, oh, that'd be epic. But I can't help. Viva Las Vegas said, I want to walk around the Viviverse as Elvis. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love that. You know, his legs going all flutter. His legs going crazy. Ernie Moss says, I want to sit in the Viviverse and watch Marilyn walk around. Say it. It was build some stairs. Yeah. Be great. Viva Las Vegas is laughing. Naomi Keefe says, prediction of 22 million users by the end of the year. Think achievable? Not without marketing, which they could turn on. They could do it anytime, but I don't think they will. I say 10 million users is probably fair. You know, 22 million is a lot. That's a lot. And I'm not saying that, I mean, if they announce Pokemon, no. But again, Disney people aren't in. See a couple 100,000 people, probably overnight if Disney made like a, yeah. Maybe not overnight. Might take a couple weeks for people to get onto the idea. Monarch NFTs, I mean, we do have Coca-Cola. Their first non-VV NFT vintage fridge sold for a lot. Good point. Monarch NFT says, imagine a rusted vintage VVX Coca-Cola sign. That'd be cool. Like we're in Fallout, get the bottle caps. Oh, that'd be great. Steph Salentano says, they're doing a Beauty and the Beast dancing tribute on ABC right now. Ooh. Oh. You know, I watched Dancing with the Stars like a couple of times. I was dating this girl, Steph. Not that Steph, the cousin Steph. Back in 2010. I was very impressed with it. They did a really good job. You know, you take the professional dancers and the people that are not professional dancers. Again, it's really cool what you can do. Really interesting. So we got here. Justin says, imagine Fallout like Metaverse. Oh, that'd be great. Crazy Dan 420 says, the future is bright for Akomi, Vivi, Omi, HRO, and all of us early birds. We are backing the best pioneers of the NFT and Metaverse space. Agreed, 100,000%. Ernie Moss says, I agree, need another Coca-Cola drop. Anything that sells out, which if you look at Electroday, a lot of things will sell out. Mike Molina says, just picked up a Timon and Pumbaa Golden Moments. Get that bread. Fahim L says, you think these new Golden Moments will drop in price any lower? Be great if they did. You know, be a lot more people would buy, be a lot more Omi burn, but how much lower can they go? You know, they're pretty low already. John Whitehead says, there's a Chip and Dale movie coming out later this year. I feel like I don't hear anything about it. Yeah, I don't really hear about it either. Friend Justin will really like that. Block Max says, you think today's drop will have gaming utility, like Mr. Wonderful said? Yeah, I think it will. Well, maybe not this drop. I think Marvel Mighties, sure. But these, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to say. Because this one's like a full-figured thing like NFT. And maybe it is. Maybe the reason why some of these are so... let me read that tweet from Non-Fungible Wonderful. I'll show you guys real quick. Veve Augmented Reality not only displays your digital collectibles as high-quality definition 3D renderings and models, but it also offers a number of other capabilities, including actions and gestures. In the future, these may represent attacks in gaming scenarios. You know, so yeah, it's just something that thought I would put there. Moving on. Monarch MCs, what's y'all's guess on the next Coca-Cola drop? Full-size polar bear? Oh, polar bear would be great. I think it'll be like a football thing. Anyone remember that? It used to be a Super Bowl commercial where there's this guy that played football called Mean Joe. Big, angry, angry-looking dude. And there's a kid that, like, I think, like, shares his soda with him or whatever he does. Yeah, I think he shares his soda with Mean Joe. And Mean Joe says, hey, kid. And he gives him his jersey. Like, thanks, Mean Joe. That'd be great if they had something like that. because that would get a lot of older people in, because that's, or maybe a lot of older people would buy that. Maybe the younger people wouldn't really know that. They haven't played that commercial in a while. It was a Coca-Cola commercial. Crypto Nighter says, folks who are concerned about all the Disney Golden Moments dropping often don't see that it needs to happen, maybe in order to have enough Disney NFTs available to be used in the Disney Veve metaverse. That's yes, I didn't even touch on that. It's something that I did think of, but I didn't think to mention it. How many Disney NFTs are there? A couple 100,000? Not even a million? There's all millions and it's like a billion people that know who Disney is and like it. Are a billion people going to want one? Well, maybe. A billion people going to buy one? Probably not. But there's 100 million people that just have Disney Plus accounts alone. And that's not the ones that pay for it. Yes, there is a slew of people who would want one of these, especially in a gaming world. You know, if 1% of them, 1% of those 100 million people on, on Disney Plus want to play this, it's what's 1 million. It's over a million. We do not have enough for them. There is not enough NFTs right now to meet that demand. And Disney knows this. Veve knows this. I think that's why they're not advertising. At least not yet. John Whitehead says, feel like Gondek is going to introduce utility at some point, considering he's mentioned the value of utility more than a few times. And he's partnered with Coinbase NFT. So yeah, I think a lot of really good things can happen with him. Arya lost his old Coca-Cola vending machine that could produce revenue in the Veve-verse. Oh yeah. Like, remember in Pokemon, first and second generation, I think all the generations, you go to the top of the Celadon store, the Pokemart, you can get water, lemonade, and soda pop. And soda pop gives you a lot more health than like a potion or even a super potion. So that would be cool. If your character is feeling low on something, go to a Veve Coca-Cola thing, pop a soda pop, refuel your health, and it costs, let's say, a gem to do so. And a couple hundred people doing that, you get a hot cup. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Each day. Justin says, deadweight teddy bear with realistic physics. I don't know what that means. J-Met says, real talk, Randy. We are early, been in OMI since February 2021. Get it, brother. We're very early. Again, when you have people like Brock McBlockchain, who I think late last year, or I think it was early this year, puts in another $200,000 in, probably a good, probably good to know why. Why did he do that? Why did Andre Jick spend a whole bunch of, holds a bunch of Bitcoin to buy more of this OMI token? Why did Pro the Doge buy a bunch of OMI? A lot of these people that are not dumb going and buying more OMI because they know what's going to happen. They know that we will not be down here forever. Monarch says, I love Dr. Pepper more, LOL, but I know how much of a historical gem Coca-Cola is still. Yes, I agree. Michael, Dr. Pepper, I love the taste, but it gives me like the bubbles up my nose when I burp. What was I? Michael Gazelian says, Kenobi Disney Plus series May 25th. I am so sorry that we did not get a Mandalorian NFT, no Grogu NFT, no Boba Fett, and there's a lot of NFTs that they could have dropped. Hawkeye, all we got was the poster. Why not a Hawkeye NFT? He'd be so great. I love Melee stuff. I love Legolas. I love, in Castle Crashers, it's a arcade game. Like, my guy was so good at firing arrows. You tap really fast, you mash the buttons, and it goes pew, 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 pew. Refire. Oh, it's great. So for the Kenobi series, maybe they'll do something for the end of. Could you imagine a Darth Maul thing? Oh, that'd be great. Monarch MC says, it's crazy how soda was initially a drink for stomach problems sold in pharmacies, stores, Dr. Pepper. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, that's insane. Ernie Malah saying, we are 1 like away from having 150 likes. That is a lot of likes. If anyone can smash that like button to get me there, that'd be pretty great. Justin says speed cola. Monarch MC says, walks in CVS, scratching neck. Y'all got that cola? Hey, I got 150 likes. Woot woot. Oh, 151. Y'all are the best. Monarch's laughing. Justin says, Nazi zombies. Oh, from Call of Duty. Yeah, those great games. Great games. J-Met says, I was stationed in Kaiserslautern, I think you mean, Kaiserslautern Army base. I had a bunch of friends that that are still in Ramstein, Germany. It's right next to Kaiserslautern. I imagine that's where you were as well, or is it pretty close to there, near there? I used to go like every year or every other year. I haven't in a little while. I've gone 3 times last. So yeah, pretty much every other year. I've gone 3 times last 6 years. I can't wait for them. I could just like live there. I wouldn't live there. I would still, if I would, I would totally be streaming a lot, and I would not get any drops because their internet is not that good. Monarch NFT says Dr. Pepper do be making tummy feel better though. Oh, that's probably good. I mean, probably still has a lot of the. I don't know. I feel like nacho cheese. It just hit me how hungry I am. I feel like we got to stop talking about food. Nacho cheese really settles my stomach. I don't know why, but it does. Ginferno says, I have 2 Spider-Man uncommon figure and 3 common Marvel #1 comics. Thoughts on selling one of each for a golden moment? I mean, they're both really good. They're both really good. That's a coin flip. Like whichever one would go up higher. I don't know which one. Like those are both very, very good. Spider-Man has been a world of its own, and that Marvel comic, yeah, those. It's so hard. I do think that comics will be the last ones to go up, unless they're the first ones on OpenSea. But yeah. J Met says Germany, yeah, Germany rocks. Love Germany. Oh, I miss it. I miss it so much. Monarch says, same. My stomach loves cheese. I can eat a brick of cheese. I used to do that. I used to take like a brick of mozzarella cheese. I used to cut it up, put it on a plate, and then make it, melt it in the microwave a little bit, and then just eat it. It's great. It's perfect. It's perfect. It is like one of the best snacks. A lot of protein, no carbs. Sure, it's a lot of fat, but oh, so good. So beautiful. So terrifying to people that have to be around you as you fart. At least that's kind of what I do. All right. I had a photo shared with me. Oh, wow. So a lot of these are sold out, the HRO pack. So they're going to be selling out more. This is great. This is great for the hobby. Let's see what other comments we have. We got a comment coming in from Tim Jisink saying, oh my, that seems like a long time to me. What's your thoughts on 1MTL? I mean, we'll start rolling out more soon, but they might talk about it during the update this week. Ding. Okay. Moving on here. Monarch says, gas gang. So buying right now. Oh, Monarch's buying right now. Ginferno says, tough choices. I haven't been able to decide yet. Probably just HODL. Oh, yeah. HODLing is always usually pretty good because you don't have to pay those fees. Bird the Jerk says, any news for the April 15th party? Do you think people will back out? I hope people will back out. The less people there, the less I had to pay. And boy, do I not want to. Oh, God, yeah. Boy, do I not want to pay. Hello K, or so Blockchain Rick James says hashtag Pokemon people. Do I buy Fusion Strike or Chilling Rain? I don't know. Hello K tagged me. Is like, Real Randy Chavez, Kobe Collects. Where you at? I don't know what's better because I don't really do modern. I mean the 25 one the 25 anniversary was better. The Celebrations, I'd have to say Celebrations. Neither. Celebrations was epic. Get that. Yeah, that'll be my answer for that. Matthew Smith says, just bought 3 golden moments and another Woody. Let's go! I got that bread. Dude, if I was liquid right now, I'd be loving this game so hard. Paul says, I love your streams. You're so real. You tell the truth. More people should listen to you. Thanks, man. Paul from Cabo. Thanks, Paul. And do you remember that the end of certain Nickelodeon shows would be a monkey with 3 eyes? Like, I'm Paul. Love Paul. Always got really used to that. It's like Ubu. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. From like Buffy. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Michael Gazelian says, how much OMI would someone need to join a legitimate whale group chat? So I had a buddy of mine. I still have a buddy of mine that has more OMI than I do. and they would not let him in because it was like considered an OG group. And the only reason they let me in, I didn't even ask. It was some guy messaged me on like Reddit, and I know, which I never check the Reddit messages, so I don't know why. It's like, hey man, I'm in this like OG group. You want to come in? And I was just really new to Telegram. I was like, sure. And I was so humbled that again, I have the third least amount of OMI on there. And it's not like by a ton. Like the second least has like 130 million OMI, and the least has less than that. But most everyone else has. Oh no, I have 130. They have like one. They still have over 100 though. There's so much OMI. But they don't let anyone in. It's like OG and then me. Paul says, I got the secret rare Electra on the drop today. You think it'll go up to the same price as the secret rare Black Panther? I thought, no. And now the reason why, so good things are positive. It has the same amount. It is a first appearance. It is animated, and there's no ultra rare. So if you want an animated, you can only buy the secret rare, but it's really just not that popular. It's really not. Electra's, I think they did her for Women's Month, but she's just not a popular character. If they were to do like Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, that'd be good. Or they do America Chavez, that'd be great as well for Women's Month. But yeah. Paul says, yeah, I remember that for sure. Good deal. Oh my God, I'm back. Monarch MC says, did Pokemon come out with some new pack or something? They always have new stuff coming out. It's like clockwork. Ship says, at Michael Gazillion, Tree Fitty Omi. Omi Panda says, new tech ebbs and flows. Don't be the Bitcoin pizza guy. Hodl that Omi. Yeah, man. Don't be that pizza guy that pays for, oh my God, what did he pay? Like 20,000 Bitcoin or something for a couple of pizzas? It was nuts. I wonder what, now everyone talks about the guy that sold the Omi, that paid in Bitcoin. What happened to the guy that received the Bitcoin? I really want to know about that. Jeremy Pador says, why does my invisible friends, number 4693, look just like John Cena? I can't see him. I don't know. He's such a fun guy. I love him. Oh, no. Ernie Moss says, Omi Panda, so right. Boom. Yeah, I feel so bad for those. Like, there was some lady, I forget who she was. She was a performer. She was an artist. And someone was going to pay her, like, they couldn't afford her actual fee, which was like, I don't know, like however many thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, whatever. They were going to pay her like 900 Bitcoin. She's like, nah, I'm not going to pay. Or I'm not going to perform for that. And she would have had so much money, paying 900 Bitcoin for something like that. She would have had an uber stupid amount of money, but she did not take it. So rip to her. Michael Guzelian says, would you say the perspective you get in your whale group chat keeps you grounded? What unique things to say and think about? One of my videos was inspired by one of the things that they had said, but it's a combination of laughter and frustration. Laughter because they see all these people that are crying after 8 weeks of being in a dip. And they're just like, okay, well, laughs in experience, first time, because they've been here for years, not like months, like for years. And a lot of people talking about Omi, when utility, and again, they're a little frustrated as well. Like, I thought it would be higher, but for the most part, a lot of those guys, some of them sold a little bit already, and some of them are just living their best lives. Why? Because they bought so much Omi when it was 4 zeros. And now it's 2 zeros. They 100x their money already. So yeah, they're just living their best lives. But there is some frustration. Like, I wish it was higher. I wish it was higher too. I think some of those people that are in tech that have some of those people that are in tech, they do think that it should, a lot of these things should be done a lot quicker. But I also think that none of them really, or at least the people that are complaining, that they don't really understand some of the nuances that the team is going through. Although a couple of people know exactly what the team is going through because they know the team. And those are the people that stop in every month that are not actively there. They stop in once a month. Hey guys, how's it going? What's going on? Oh, cool. Well, I'm over in Zurich this week. I'm over in Australia this week. Again, living their best lives, and they are They don't really care what Omi does because they know where it's going in the future. So that's a lot of the sentiment. Someone play poker. So yeah, it's let me go back a while and I'll just read you guys one of the things. Excuse me. Let's go back to the beginning, back to when the earth does, oh god, excuse me, all arrive. Nope, not gonna read that. Nope, not gonna read that. Yeah, I really don't have anything that I really don't want to. More variants with that strategy: buy and hold with one primary life-changing money. Yeah, so some of them are traders. They have their one bag that they don't touch that's saved for life-changing money, and a lot of them they just play the market. Some of them do pretty well. Pretty common in investing is to have to wait that long period of time to find real return on investment. This is how the process seems to go once you reach a certain market cap. Or you could gamble on the under $100 million market cap projects who have a lot of upside to reach higher immediate gains. But again, do you really want to do that? This is true. Sad thing is, I had over. Oh wow, yeah. Somebody is there pretty close to me. They had $1 million, over $1 million, like I had. Now they don't. Then they hope it turns. They turn it around. But yeah, that's just a look at it. They're just normal people. The reason I ask is because they can sinuous advice. They can give advice for things we can't really relate to. Yeah, that's true. I could find some other stuff. Let's go back to before March. Wow, a lot of people are talking. Okay, there we go, March 3rd. Okay, let's go to Febrero. So they're talking about MTL. So it's the only real issue I have with any of the 7 to 14 day waiting period. This is kind of a ridiculous time frame. Other than that, I really hope that in the future it becomes more than $50,000 to cash out. Says I could see this being a huge issue when these collectibles are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe like a Walt. And here's the thing with that. I think that if you have collectibles that are worth $100,000 or more, and you say, "Oh, I can sell this," but I can only cash out $50,000, I think, a week. So you have to wait 2 weeks to cash out, and then another 2 weeks for them to actually do it. Why would you do that when you could just sell for OMI? List your collectible for OMI instead of gems and do that. Yeah. So moving on here. Blockchain Rick James is currently dealing with the splitting of the packs. My daughter pulled better than my son. Now I got a drop, another $3. Oh, Blockchain Rick James is talking about Fusion Striker chilling rain, so that's why. Okay. So yeah, they were talking about MTL, and somebody says that I'm sure in the future people will just trade these for OMI instead. Exactly what I just said. So let me go further back in February. Just giving you guys some insight on what they're saying on things in the past. Wow, these guys do talk a lot though. Yeah, so they were talking about February exchanges. Like, yeah, I thought we were guaranteed some exchanges this month. I know we're only halfway through, but dang, throw OMI a mention, update OUP. Let us know if there's anything will be exchanges, etc., stuff like that. I'm trying to find a positive one here. Oh, here we go. It's why no one wanted to trade OMI for gems when the app launched. OMI was so cheap, it was like throwing it away. And now you would also have people that have an entry in OMI, and they wouldn't want to take a loss to use it in the app. That's also true. Because if OMI gets too low, people will not want to use it on the app. They already lived through that one. So that's what they were talking about. If I can go... Once a week, they roll up the burn wallet in layer 2 to send to layer 1 and then send to real burn wallet. Transaction has been there for 20 hours. Okay, so that's about transactions. Okay, that's why. All right. Moving on here. I'm finally gone for 3 hours, so I'm going to bounce. Jeremy Olson says, I thought I'd never get a chance to buy this cheap again. It reminds me of buying Marvel Comics 1 for $3. I can't believe people sold it for that. Jeremy Olson says, Paul, Secret Rare Electra, yes, I would buy another one. Never seeing Secret Rare this cheap ever. It's a good point. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to bounce. Thank you all so much for the super chats and for being here with me for 3 hours. Brandy Babe, hi, how's it going? I'm sorry you're coming on as I'm getting off. I've been here for 3 hours, but thank you so much for saying hello. I miss your face. Tell Milham I said howdy doody, unless he's being a butt. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comment's good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone check out @HateOfAdon, @KingMavsForever over on the Twitter, Standoff Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app. Kobe Collection, Only Player 1 on YouTube, RayTax.eth domain name, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sony Pop Media, The Gale, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. And then you got Gary O at 1234CA3 and Wet Wizard Veve, all on the Twitter. I would say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy, and bye-bye to this thing. I love you all. Class dismissed. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, where's the X button? No problem, guys. Bye. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, my booty.